Twilight is a spy and his mission is to stop a war to stay undercover. He changes his identity and marries a woman who's secretly an assassin. He also adopts a daughter, a cute telepath who can read people's minds. While they pretend to be a normal family and hide their identity to save the world. It all begins in the country of Ostania, when a diplomat's car suddenly fails and crashes off a bridge. Then a guy says, "One of our country's diplomats just died in an accident, though we think he was assassinated." Since Ostania killed our diplomat, it becomes clear they are going to start a war against Westphalia. And in order to save our country, we decided to put our best spy on the job. Then we see a man receiving some photos. As he leaves, another man with the same face appears and asks for the photos. He realized he got deceived. Not from a normal spy, but a spy named Twilight, who is a master of disguise and a man of 100 faces. Next we see him in a restaurant eating. His girlfriend says, "Today my dad was so mad cause someone stole his picture." Then she looks at some couple marrying and says, "When are we going to get married?" But instead, he breaks up with her and leaves. Walking, he thinks, now he finished his mission and got the pictures from her dad, so now she is of no use to him. Next day, he trades newspapers with an old man at the train station. While on the train, he reads a hidden message in the newspaper from his agency. "Your next target is Desmond, a party leader in Ostania, planning war against Westeros. You have to stop him, but he only shows up at his son's school events. To get close to him, you must have a child and enroll your kid in same school. You've got just 1 week." He tears the paper in frustration. "How I'm supposed to get kid in 1 week?" Then he reads more. "It's a top secret mission. Your heroic work will never see light of the day. But because of you, many lives will be saved, and everyone will live peacefully." Next day in city, he finds a new house and buys it under his new identity, Lloyd Forger. Later, he visits an orphanage to adopt a child and orphanage keeper asks him to come in. As he walks, he sees many orphans staring at him. He tells the keeper, "I want a kid who can read and write." So he shows him the sharpest girl named Anya. Twilight thinks Eden College only accepts 6 years old. She seems 4 or 5, but she says I'm 6, which surprises him. How she knows my thoughts. She shows him a crossword puzzle. That's too difficult for a kid. He says the answers in his mind while she writes. Now he sees them. He's surprised she gets them right. He then says, "I will take her." Unknown to him, Anya is a telepath who was reading his mind to give perfect answers. Outside, Lloyd tells her to act like his daughter and call him dad. He introduces her to his neighbor. Then they enter in their house, and she turns on TV. She says Spy Wars is her favorite show and starts watching. He thinks of going out and says, "I'll be back soon." But she runs to hold his leg. "I will go with you, Papa." Outside, she's too loud, which concerns Lloyd. She's drawing attention. In next moment, she is stuck in crowd. An old lady helps her. Now he walks holding her hand and wonders if he can fight his enemy while holding her. Hearing his thoughts, she runs to hide thinking an enemy is there. He wonders, did I do something wrong? I need to understand her. She then realizes there is no enemy. So she comes out and says, "I like peanuts. Papa, buy from that bakery." Next she tries to buy Spy War poster with 10 pence coins. It's not enough, so Lloyd hands a note. He starts thinking she doesn't appear intelligent. Should I trade her with another kid, which makes her cry? After he takes her home and some instruction manuals for raising a child. At home he starts reading them, which says it's important to build a trust to have a good relationship with a child. Meanwhile, Anya sleeps peacefully. Next morning, Anya refuses to study. Lloyd says you need to clear a school test, so it's necessary. Because if you fail, in his mind he says my mission fails. Afterwards he says, "I'm heading out and you're not coming with me, not today." He steps out, but Anya wants to go with him. She hides in different places so she can go after him, but he sees her. She thinks Papa is good in hide and seek. This is fun. In the end he blocks the door with a heavy table to stop her, then meets with his informant Frankie, who gives him a copy of the school test saying, "I went through hell getting these." He also tells he got some intel about Anya's past but couldn't find anything about her age or parents. But she has been adopted and returned 4 times now. She was sent to the orphanage at last when you went to adopt her. Lloyd reads out all her past surnames. Anya Williams, Anya Levski, Anya Roche, Anya Klein. Frankie comments, "Changes names like you. You guys are perfect match." Lloyd then leaves from there. At home, Anya feels bored. She feels being a spy is cool and wants a bomb. She remembers Dad locking his spy tools and she hears him saying password in his mind. Now she goes there and opens the case. She finds his spy tools and begins to play with them. She mistakenly sends a text to Karen's dad, who has been tracking Twilight. His subordinate says Twilight is saying, "Catch me if you can." On other side, Anya thinks her dad may send her away if he finds out she messed with his spy tools or reads minds. She remembers the organization that made her told her not to let anyone know she can read minds. They want to use her power to achieve world peace. She starts crying. She's just a child but had no good time like other kids. Moment later, Dad returns and opens the door. Unknown to him, a man is hiding near a chair in the room. Another man tries to hit him, but he manages to dodge and punch him. Man behind the sofa comes out to shoot him. He dodges the bullet, he grabs the chair and runs to hit him. He starts finding Anya, but she's nowhere at house. He wonders who sent the men. Maybe someone knows about his location already. Now he might have to get new kid and place to stay. Just then, one of the men hits him with a rod. Meanwhile, boss has kidnapped Anya, and they say she was there from where Twilight sent message. She realizes she messed up. A guy says, "Boss, I think keeping her as hostage is useless," and gets shot. He then lights up his cigarette saying, "I don't like to get questioned." One of his men says others have returned from Twilight's apartment. One puts the Lloyd in front of the boss saying he was really a big deal. Boss tells him, "Why you don't return those photographs you stole from me?" He removes the mask and realizes Twilight deceived them. He escapes from there taking Anya again disguised. Anya cries thinking her dad is in with the men. He assures her he'll not hurt her and thinks, "I hate when kids cry." It brings memories of his childhood. He lost his family and cried lonely, but no one saved him. Getting outside, he writes down something on a paper and tells her to go down the street to find a police station and give them the paper. He feels they will put her in a better orphanage. He doesn't want to put her in danger because of his mission and asks her to run. While running, Anya turns to see him. He removes his fake mask, which shocks her. While the men want to go after him, but he already set a trap to stop them. All of them become confused and someone is knocking them down one by one. And in no time, Twilight appears from behind and points a gun at Boss's head. "Turn around and you're dead." He asks how Karen is doing. Boss asks, "How do you know my daughter?" Twilight says, "I'm a spy, I know everything. If you care about her, leave me alone or I'll harm your daughter." In no time, he's walking down the street. To his surprise, Anya has been waiting for him. When she sees him, she runs to him. She holds him tightly. He says, "I came here to do some shopping." She thinks Papa is a big liar. She says, "I want to go home with you, Papa." He says, "Okay, let's go home." While sitting on the train, she thinks Papa is a liar, but a cool liar. Now the test day finally comes. Anya is in test room with others. She hears other kids saying that test is hard in their minds, but she remembers the answers she memorized with the dad, and writes them down whatever she remembers. Next, the results are out and Lloyd finally spots her name in passing list. Her dad happily carries her. He falls to the ground and for the first time he feels tired and wonders why. Lloyd's informant dresses like a lady, trying to act as a mum for Anya, but she says, "I don't want this mum." Sadly, he doesn't look like a lady, and that makes Lloyd worried. He sits on a chair thinking, now that Anya has passed the entrance exam, next is the school interview, so I need a lady who can pretend to be her mum. Up next, at the city hall, some ladies talk about their families and boyfriends. Then, they ask one of them, named Yor, about her boyfriend, but she couldn't respond because she doesn't have one. They say she looks too beautiful to be single and needs to get a boyfriend, but she feels she only needs her job, not a boyfriend. They scare her that a lady was suspected as a spy and arrested because she has no family or boyfriend. Then, they invite her to a party, telling her to come with a boyfriend, and with that, they leave. In Yor's house, her brother calls her on phone to ask how she is doing, and she says she's fine. Then he asks if she now has a boyfriend, informing her that he might be promoted soon and will be traveling more, so he's worried leaving her by herself. Yor thanks him. He suggests introducing her to a guy, but Yor says, "No, I have a boyfriend now and we'll attend a party together soon." When she mentions her friends will host the party, her brother happily says he will ask his friend, who will also attend the party, about her boyfriend. He also promises to hold on the promotion until he's sure she's with a good man. As the call ends, Yor feels she needs to get a boyfriend now. Her phone rings again. Thinking it's her brother, she decides to tell him the truth, but the one on phone now is her secret employer. He asks her to go to a hotel, telling her the room number. In no time, she gets there and meets some guards who try to stop her from entering. Then she says, "I have come to get rid of a traitor." She kills some of the guards with her weapon. Then she meets the minister who's her target. She breaks the bulbs, and later we see she killed all the men in the room. It's revealed that she's been working as an assassin for her employer since her young age. Right after, she tries to wash off the stain on her dress, but it's not clean. She says it's the only nice dress she can wear to the party. Remembering she hasn't gotten a boyfriend makes her feel worried. Next, informant brings the record of single ladies for Lloyd, saying you can't get a lady who will marry you with a kid in 48 hours. Anya asks if he's not getting a lady because of her. Dad pats her saying, "Don't worry, go watch your show." Informant suggests he gets a lady spy to pretend as his wife, but he says he can't get any. Anya watches her favorite spy show while Lloyd tells informant they don't have enough spies at work, so he has to do extra work. While he checks the records, informant calls his attention to Anya's look, saying she doesn't look like a rich kid. He agrees and they visit a tailor's shop. The tailor takes her away to get her measurements to make her new clothes. Then, he observes the tailor is married. Anya almost falls while taking her measurements. Lloyd on the other hand feels it might be difficult to get the right lady. Just then, Yor enters. She comes to fix her dress. Lloyd wonders who she is to come in so silently. Then, he remembers he's seen her face in ladies' records, which shows her parents are dead. While he tries to look at her face, Yor asks why he's looking at her. He says, "Because you're beautiful." Curious, she moves closer to him and asks if he likes her, and he says, "Yes." Same time, Anya appears and calls him dad. She feels disappointed, thinking he has a child and a wife already. This thought annoys her, but she says, "I need to calm down. People might know I'm an assassin." Anya, hearing her thoughts, is shocked to know she's an assassin. Well, she feels it's cool to have a spy dad and an assassin mum. Then she sings, "I have no mummy. I feel so lonely." That makes Yor ask Lloyd, "What about her mum?" He replies, "She died 2 years ago, so I raised her alone." Yor's surprised he has no wife then. She asks him, "Can you act as my boyfriend? I lied to my brother I have a boyfriend." She adds, "If you don't mind, can you come with me to a party? I will do anything to help you in return." Lloyd agrees to go with her to the party. In return, he asks her to pretend as Anya's mum during the school interview, lying that his late wife wants Anya to go to the best school. Yor feels he's a wonderful man trying to keep his late wife's wish. She agrees to help, and they decide to meet again on the party day. Later, in a mall, Anya says, "Dad, buy me peanuts," which he did. He pays the storekeeper, another informant, who gives him a coin in exchange. At home he opens the coin, which contains his new task to get back the valuable items stolen from the West the same day of the party. Next, Lloyd and his informant are ready for this task, and he tells him they have to be fast so he can go to the party. His informant says he's prepared a van for the task. Meanwhile, Yor waits for him at the park, almost running late for the party. She hopes he's fine. There are gunshots as Lloyd and his informant get back the item. Their opponents are more than they expected, and more of them keep showing up, so they had to escape in the van. Luckily, they got the items, and Lloyd picks a diamond ring in it. Informant says it looks expensive and tries to get it back from him. While at it, they had an accident. Still waiting, Yor feels Lloyd lied to her that he will come. She decides to go to the party alone. Getting there, they are surprised to see her alone, though she brings a gift for them, explaining that her boyfriend had an emergency, but they didn't believe her. She sits alone. Then, her brother's friend walks up to her and says, "I'm disappointed your boyfriend didn't come. What will I tell your brother?" Yor asks him to lie to him, that she comes with a kind gentleman. Her friend overhears and says, "No, we won't lie to your brother. I will tell him you come alone." Annoyed, Yor thinks of killing everyone so no one will tell his brother about it. Then, they leave her. She sits alone, watching people have fun with their family. She feels her brother wants her to marry so she can have a family too and be happy. Her friends insult her for coming alone. Then she decides to go. While she tells them, "I'm leaving," Lloyd opens the door with blood stain on his face. He apologizes for being late and says, "I am Yor's husband." Her brother's friend asks, "What's wrong with your face?" He says it's blood stain from one of his patients who injured himself. Yor gives him a cloth to clean it. Her friend is surprised she has a husband. Lloyd says she feels embarrassed he has a kid. That's why she didn't tell them. Jealous, she tries to pour hot food on Lloyd, but Yor manages to hold the food with her leg, and a bit of the hot food falls on her face. Pained, she cleans it and moves closer, saying, "Mr. Lloyd, do you know your wife massages men at hotels before she starts working at City Hall? She also calls her a prostitute." Yor tries to tell Lloyd it's not true, but he says he didn't mind, since she did all of that so she could take care of her brother. Yor is touched to hear him say that, and her friend feels disappointed. Now, in the car, Lloyd apologizes for saying he's her husband and worries her brother will be shocked if he hears she's married. Just then, a car hits their van. Realizing it's the men from the stolen, he wonders how they found him. Maybe they left a tracking device in the items he got from them. Yor asks him who they are, and he says, "My psychiatric patients." Yor believes him, and he drives away from them. Later, they find his parked van, so they split up to find him. From where he hides, he hits one with a rod and keeps running. Yor asks if it's right for him to hit his patient like that, and he says, yes, it will help their brain heal fast. He wonders if she believes. One of the men almost stabs Lloyd, but Yor saves Lloyd by kicking him, which sends him rolling away. Lloyd is shocked to see that. After he thanks her and says her self-defense is impressive. Again, they shoot at them. They keep running, and while escaping for their lives, Yor says to Lloyd, "Will you marry me?" He falls and asks her to say it again, nervous. She says people suspect her as a spy for being single, so they can fake their marriage to help her avoid their talks, and their marriage will not just be because of the interview. Lloyd couldn't believe, but seeing that she meant it, he agrees to marry her. He tries to bring out the ring he's got from his pocket, but he can't find it. The men appear, and they run off. He removes a ring-like item on a bottle and puts it on Yor's finger. In between the gunshots and smoke, they exchange their marriage vows. A van drops Yor and her belongings in front of Lloyd's house. Lloyd opens the door, walks up to her, asking if that's all her belongings. She answers yes. Then they take the boxes inside. Now on Lloyd, Yor and Anya will live as a family, so they can prepare for the school interview. But before that, Anya shows Yor the kitchen, and stands on a stool and tells Yor she can wash her face by herself. She also takes her to her room, and shows Yor her baby doll. Also, she takes her to Lloyd's room, but she doesn't. Over here is Mum's room. She opens the room, and when Lloyd enters, he says he cleaned the furniture before she came. Anya says she helped out too. Meanwhile, was cleaning the room. All Anya did was pour water on the floor. Lloyd tells Yor to feel at home. Leaving, he says he will come for the boxes when she is done unpacking. Surprisingly, in a minute, she finishes. Lloyd returns to her room and sees her brother's picture. He says they look alike and suggests they meet him after Anya's interview. Then Yor tries to unpack the last box. Yor stops her because it contains her assassination weapons. Afterwards, the family prepare dinner together and Lloyd makes some cookies. It's his first time making them. Yor tastes some and praises him as a great cook. So Anya says, I also helped with the cookies. Indeed, she helped, but her dad says she only made a mess of the kitchen and ate peanuts. Later, Lloyd tells them that the school will judge how they look and act at the interview. He starts asking them practice questions. He asks Anya what she does when not in class. She answers, Dad makes me watch telly all by myself. When he asks Yor questions too, her answers aren't impressive. Lloyd feels disappointed and doubts they can pass the interview. He says, let's give up, but Yor reminds him of his late fun like rich families do, so they can get along. Outside, Anya is happy and tells Yor to hold her hand as she holds her. Lloyd feels they are becoming closer, while Yor remembers how she held her brother when he was small. Anya feels she's holding her too tight. She removes her hand and goes hiding. Yor asks Lloyd where they are going. Music concert. Lloyd feels it will help them feel relaxed. Meanwhile, his daughter dozes off already, while Yor watches with all concentration. Next, they see some artworks. Anya shows her dad the artworks she likes. Yor, on the other hand, stares at an artwork. She admires it so much. After, Anya says she wants to draw and runs toward the drawing board. She draws a house and also draws Lloyd as a spy, Yor as an assassin. When Lloyd returns, Anya becomes nervous, thinking if he sees her drawing, he might know she can read minds. She quickly covers it, but Lloyd feels she draws from the cartoon show she used to watch on television. With that, she feels relieved. Moments later, they visit the tailor's shop, and Anya shows off the dress the tailor made for her. It's her first time going out in a nice dress. The tailor shows Yor a blue material for her dress and asks if she likes it. She says she would prefer her dresses to be black or red. She feels the blue material will show bloodstains if she wears it for an assassin job. When they leave, the tailor is happy Yor finally finds a lover. On their way, Yor thanks Lloyd for getting her clothes. He says they will get more dresses next time, and then they will tell the tailor they are married. At the photo studio, they take a family picture. Next, they go to listen to political talks because Anya's school wants their applicants to know about politics. Anya feels bored and begins to doze. Lloyd carries her, and they leave. She sleeps off. Next, they eat in a fancy restaurant. Anya uses her hand to eat, while Yor stares at the knife. Lloyd feels frustrated because they are giving him a hard time fitting in the family he needed for his task. He concludes in his mind to make them memorize answers to every possible question that will be asked during the interview. Seeing his reaction, Yor assumes he's bored, so she suggests they go get some fresh air outside. While out, they enjoy the view. They also see a park, which Yor says she comes to anytime she gets bored at work. When she sees the people her work is helping, it gives her energy to keep working. Her words touch Lloyd, and he stares at the people walking down the street. Just then, a young man appears and steals the purse of an old lady. Yor jumps down from the corridor and runs after him, but she can't find him. She returns to the old lady and asks if she's okay. Yor promises to catch the thief. Meanwhile, Lloyd is also searching for him. Sadly, he couldn't find him either. Anya stares at the crowd, trying to figure out the thief. Strangely, her nose bleeds. Lloyd cleans it for her. Then she hears the thief's thoughts. She points in his direction and lies to her dad she wants cake. Lloyd sees the thief though he changed clothes. Lloyd still identifies him. When Yor returns to them, Lloyd goes after the thief and jumps on him. He falls to the ground while Lloyd stands up. He picks up the purse and tells people watching to call the police. Right after, they return the purse to the old lady, and she appreciates Yor. Yor tells her to thank her husband instead. The old lady says he's a good man, which makes Lloyd recall his boss used to say they don't need to be appreciated for doing good, but now he feels it's not bad. He says thanks to Yor. Now I regain my energy to get back to work. They stare at each other for a while. Then Anya says, Dad and Mum love each other. The old lady smiles and says, you make a lovely family. They are surprised. She also gives Anya some sweets. At night they return home. Yor enjoys their outing, and when Anya asks her for hot coffee she says, I will prepare it right now. Inside, Lloyd tells Anya to come. He asks her again what she does when not in class. She answers, I go out to have fun with my family. Lloyd is impressed. He asks, what will you do if your friend does something wrong? She replies, I will jump on him and beat him up. Lloyd feels disappointed with her answers and refuses to play with Anya. Yor walks in and serves them coffee. Anya and Yor sit to drink the coffee. As Yor watches Anya drink, Lloyd remembers the old lady's words that they make a lovely family. He feels calm and says to himself, I think we are improving. The day of the interview finally comes, and Lloyd's family are all dressed. Anya promises to do her best, and since they have done a lot of practice before the day, they feel ready and head to the school. At the school, many parents walk toward the hall with their kids. Lloyd asks Anya if she will be okay, and she says yes. Lloyd and his family walk in with the other families, and Lloyd feels they are being watched. He sees teachers on top of the buildings evaluating the families as they walk in to see if they are a good fit for the school. Feeling that the interview has already started, he instructs Yor and Anya to walk gently as they practiced. Inside, the staff score each family. One housemaster appears, saying most of the families lack manners, and he instructs teachers to pass only families with proper manners. He watches through his lens and notices Lloyd's family paying respect to the statue of the school founder. The housemaster is impressed by their manners and asks who they are. They tell him they are Lloyd's family, and that their daughter barely passed the written test. He is not impressed when he hears that. The families line up and are asked to enter different halls based on their score, and Lloyd's family are directed to the main hall. Lloyd tells Yor and Anya they are still being watched, so they should be careful. Just then, they see a schoolboy inside a drain, calling for help, but no one stops. Lloyd taps Anya, and she understands. She says, Dad, Mum, let's help this boy. They move close to him, and he splashes dirty water at them. Lloyd pulls the boy out, and their clothes become dirty. The housemaster says they fail because he cannot allow them into the hall with dirty clothes, and he instructs teachers to send them away. Meanwhile, Lloyd's family have already changed. The housemaster wonders how they knew something like that would happen, and he is impressed. A teacher reminds him they should evaluate the children, not the parents, but he replies that good parents make good children. Lloyd's family continue toward the hall with the others. Suddenly, animals escape from the school farm and charge at the crowd, and everyone runs. Lloyd carries Anya and thinks the school is testing them again, so he tells his family not to harm the animals. But the school did not plan it. The housemaster instructs teachers to stop the animals before anyone is hurt. A boy falls, and an animal almost hits him, but Lloyd saves him. Anya feels unwell, and Lloyd thinks the panic of the crowd affects her. Animals run toward them, and Lloyd thinks of using the gun in his bag, but Yor strikes the animal leader, tearing her clothes, and the cow falls. Lloyd and Anya are amazed. The animals back away, and Anya pats the cow lying on the ground. She says, Don't be scared, it's all fine now. Lloyd lifts her, and the cow stands and leaves with the others without hurting anyone. The housemaster runs out to meet them. Lloyd guesses he is a housemaster. He thanks them for saving the situation and says the interviews will be delayed until things are under control, and they may stay even though their clothes are dirty. Lloyd thanks him again, and they change clothes, which surprises the housemaster. At last, the family make it to the interview room. The previous family leave in tears, and Lloyd feels nervous for the first time. They are called in and meet the housemasters. Lloyd greets them, and they sit. Housemaster 1 is gentle and sincere, and students like him. He begins by asking Lloyd how he met his wife. Lloyd says, We met at a tailor's shop. I was attracted by her beauty, and when we became close, I saw that she has a kind spirit and would be a wonderful mother to my daughter. Yor says she chose Lloyd because he is kind and treats children well. Housemaster 2, arrogant and greedy, asks why Yor chose a man who already has a child. His own wife divorced him and won custody of their daughter, but they ignore his tone. Housemaster 1 asks why they chose the school. Lloyd says it has the best teachers and facilities, so his daughter can receive the best education. Housemaster 3 praises the answer. They ask Anya's strengths and weaknesses. Lloyd says she is clever and quick to understand, but picky with food. Yor says she spoiled Anya at first, but later, thinking of her future, she became stricter. Asked what Yor cooks for a picky eater, she cannot answer, and Lloyd says he cooks when he can, while Yor helps when he is busy. Housemaster 2 says this is nothing special and Lloyd is annoyed, but Yor calms him. He wonders why he is annoyed when Yor is not even his real wife. Housemaster 1 turns to Anya. She recites their home address correctly. Ask how she spends time. She says she visits museums and eats at restaurants. Ask what she would do at the school. She listens to her father's thoughts and says she wants to learn the secrets of great leaders. Lloyd explains her words. Housemaster 3 asks for the headmaster's name. Lloyd thinks it. Anya hears and answers. She answers other questions. Well, asked about her father's job, she almost says spy but says psychiatrist. Asked about her new mum, she says she is nice but sometimes scary. Asked to score her parents, she gives them a perfect score. Housemaster 2 asks her to compare her old mum and new mum. Lloyd asks to skip the question, but he refuses. Anya cries. Housemaster 2 says this shows she prefers her old mum. Yor comforts her. He says they will not admit children who cry over small things. Lloyd and Yor struggle to stay calm. Housemaster 2 keeps provoking. Lloyd slams the table, saying he saw a mosquito, and then says he will not enroll his child in a school that ignores her feelings. He leaves with his family. The man shouts after them. Housemaster 3 says the questions were harsh, and Housemaster 2 retorts, so Housemaster 3 punches him. At home the family feel they failed. Lloyd blames himself. Anya apologizes and worries about the mission. Yor brings coffee. Anya says Housemasters 1 and 3 will help them, and Yor agrees. Lloyd has never relied on others, but this time, he decides to trust them. He says, let's celebrate our effort, and they raise their cups to their future. Their family picture falls, and they wonder what will happen next. Finally, it is the day for the school to announce the interview results. Lloyd and Yor are on their way to the school. Surprisingly, Yor's bracelet breaks. Again, she sees a black cat and feels it is a bad sign. Lloyd tells her it is nothing, and then the worst happens. Anya steps on poop, which makes her parents laugh. At the Westalis agency, they are also aware the school results will be out that day, and the new agent is worried that Lloyd might fail. Chief tells her not to worry and boasts that Lloyd will handle the task perfectly. Lloyd's family, when they see the results, are shocked. Unbelievably, they failed the interview. They feel sad, especially Anya. Lloyd pats her and she says, we fail because I stepped on poop. Then Housemaster 3 calls them. In a room, Lloyd holds a waiting list of school applicants. Anya's name comes first, which means if any child that passed withdraws, Anya can be enrolled. Lloyd doesn't expect such after what happened at the interview. He says, it is not bad since he broke the table while trying to kill a mosquito. He says his family deserves to attend the school. Yor wonders how they will get a child to withdraw his admission for Anya to be enrolled. Just then, Yor appears in a man's office. His son passed the school interview. She wants to kill him so his son will drop out and Anya will be enrolled. However, that was only her imagination. She says, no, I can't kill innocent people. Housemaster 3 informs them that some students withdraw every year, so Anya stands a chance. He adds, I might be sacked soon because I punched Housemaster 2, and I am not sure what his dad will do to retaliate. However, you should await the school call soon. 3 days later, Anya dances, saying, I will be enrolled soon. Just then, the phone rings, and Lloyd rushes to pick it up. Yor gets hold of Anya, who almost falls. After the call, Lloyd pops a party popper and announces that Anya got into the school. She jumps happily. Lloyd carries her up, saying, you did well. Yor too is happy. Informant appears. He heard Anya got into the school and comes with wine to celebrate. He enters and introduces himself to Yor as Lloyd's old friend, and she greets him. After they eat and drink together. Then, Informant tells Anya to ask Lloyd for anything she wants, and he will buy it. She replies, no, I don't want anything. I want you to do something. Lloyd promises to grant her if it is within his ability. In a cartoon show, a bondman is given a task to rescue a princess who was kidnapped. Bondman kills all the enemies on his way and saves the little princess from the castle. Anya points at the show and says, I want to be rescued from a castle too. Lloyd says no, and she begins to cry. Informant pats her, saying the castle in the show has been remodeled into a park, and they can have a reality show there. He assures Lloyd they will be safe there. Lloyd says, okay, fine, let's do it. Then, Informant promises he will go make reservations for them at the park. Anya is happy. Westalis agency gets a message from Lloyd that he needs some spies and a plane for his task, and they start working on it immediately. While Lloyd tells them where they will meet, Informant prepares the reality show with Anya and Yor. After, they get ready to fly a plane to the park. Anya turns around for her dad, and he says she looks good. Yor asks Lloyd where he got the plane from. He lies that his colleagues borrowed it to him for free. Now in the plane, Lloyd asks if they are ready, and they all answer, yes. The plane moves and then flies up. As the plane flies in the sky, Yor and Anya look down through the window. Happy, she says, Dad's so cool. After some minutes of flying, they land in front of a castle, and in no time, they are in, with Anya running around the hall. Informant appears, and Anya says the castle has no enemies in it like the show. Informant tells Lloyd to do something, and he calls his agency to ask for spies to come to the castle. In no time, they all arrive at the castle, eating and drinking. Informant is impressed and asks Lloyd to explain the game for them. He says, "Thank you, everyone, for coming because of my daughter." They listen to him, even though he looks nervous. He says all of them will play the role of his enemies, and that is part of his task, so they shouldn't question him. Informant introduces Anya as the princess to be saved, and Lloyd as the spy to rescue her, while Informant acts as the one who kidnaps the princess. However, Yor's role isn't revealed. As the chief enemy, Informant asks his spies to do their best to stop Lloyd. They feel good about their role. Informant asks them to make it hard for Lloyd to save the princess. The reality show begins, and Informant takes Anya away. Lloyd goes after them, and he has to overcome many hurdles to save Princess Anya. But first, Informant tells Anya wants him to answer some questions, and if he fails, he will have to wear the Bondman costume. He got the first question wrong when he says Anya likes Bondman's face instead of his gun. They ask him what food Anya likes, and he says peanut. The last question they ask him to say what Anya wants right now, but he couldn't answer in time. After much thought, he says Bondman spy gear. Anya says, "No, you are wrong. I am thirsty and want some water now." They say he fails since he got 2 wrong out of 3, so he has to wear Bondman glasses. When he does, Anya's so excited, he begins the adventure, and his enemies are ready to stop him. To save Princess Anya, he has to get to the tower. His enemies try to attack him, but he skillfully dodges them and runs through the hurdles. From where she watches, Anya says, "You are so cool, Lloydman." Lloyd sees the tower has been moved up, and his enemies are attacking again with a toy gun. He hides and later shows up with a toy gun, shooting at them too. When Informant encourages the spies to keep shooting, he shoots him on his cheek so he can be quiet. He moves the tower up, and Lloyd runs towards them. Flying while holding a rope, they attack him with fire, but he escapes. He manages to get into the tower, and Informant praises his skills unexpectedly. More enemies appear. However, Lloyd feels embarrassed that he has to fight his co-spies in a play. He feels he's doing this because of his task. Informant tells him he won't let go of Princess Anya so easily. Just then, Yor appears as a powerful witch to fight him. As she kicks him, Lloyd is injured on his left cheek. Yor says, "I won't let you take her away," and she fights him again. However, Lloyd didn't return the attacks. He just dodges with his hands. When he thinks she's going to kill him, she falls to the ground and faints. Lloyd feels worried. Informant appears with his long and sharp claws to stop him, but he makes him fall so easily. He moves close to Anya, saying, "I've come to save you, princess." Anya hugs him afterwards. They watch the sparklies in the sky, and other spies congratulate Anya. While Anya and her dad sit together, she promises at the tailor's shop. Anya gets measured for her school uniform. Anya says she has grown taller, so Lloyd suggests she make her uniform a little bigger. Tailor is happy. Yor is married now. She asks if Lloyd also attended Anya's school when young because kids of alumni bully kids whose parents are not. Hearing that makes Anya scared. She says some students were kidnapped. Anya says, "I don't want to go school again," but she tells her not to be scared. She promises to get her uniform and other materials ready. Very soon Anya holds Lloyd's leg as they leave, saying she's watching for kidnappers. Ignoring her, Lloyd says, "Let's eat at a restaurant." At the restaurant, Lloyd gets a message from the agency telling him to come to office in 5 days. 5 days later, Taylor calls that Anya's uniform is ready. She rolls on the floor with joy. When he hangs up the call, he gives Yor money to go get the uniform for Anya, saying he needs to go to work. Anya gives him his hat and says bye as he leaves. Lloyd is seen entering a photo booth. He inserts a coin into secret lock. It activates and takes him to Westalis Agency's hidden underground base. He appears in the Westalis Agency office and agency admin welcomes him after. She yells that he spends too much on the reality show. In response, he hands her the school bills. She takes the bills and explains his next task, saying he needs to know how the school operates. The school awards the title of scholar to students who perform excellently. His target, Desmond, first son, is a scholar, so he only befriends scholars' parents. To be a scholar, a student must earn 8 Stella stars. Admin orders Lloyd to ensure Anya becomes a scholar. If she misbehaves or gets poor grades, she'll get a tonitrus, 8 of which mean expulsion. With this, Lloyd becomes worried again. Meanwhile, Anya wears her uniform in the tailor's shop. Mum says she looks cute. She blushes as the tailor watches the excited mother and daughter leave. Anya still wears her uniform. Yor suggests they visit a park. At the park, Anya shows off her uniform. A woman tells Yor she wishes her kids went to Anya's school too. Yor watches as her kids say, "Mum, we want cutlets for dinner then." Yor thinks, even if we are pretend family, I still want to be a good mum to Anya. Anya comes and says, "Mum, I've shown everyone how cute I am. Yor suggests they go to the supermarket to get things to make dinner. Unknown to them, some kidnappers are watching them. Seeing her expensive uniform, they plan to kidnap her. In the supermarket, Anya is behind Yor as she shops while paying. Anya runs out not knowing kidnappers are by the door. They cover her mouth and ask her to be quiet. She remembers what Taylor says as they take her away. Unexpectedly, Yor appears, punching one of them while lying on the ground. He says Yor must pay for his hospital bills. She replies, I don't have money. One tries to hit her with a pumpkin, but she smashes it using her assassin power. She shouts, I'll smash your head like that pumpkin if you don't leave. They run away. Anya's proud of her mum. She hugs her and cries, saying, I'm sorry, I left you by yourself. Anya pats her, saying, I love my strong mum. Then she says, Mum, train me how to punch like you, so I can be able to defend myself in school. Yor thinks about it for a while, then she says, fine, I will train you when we get home. That night, when Lloyd returns home, he sees them training, and it worries him. The next morning at school welcome party, headmaster gives a welcome speech to new students and their parents. Everyone claps for him except Lloyd, who is worried they still have more to do as he remembers admin's words to ensure Anya becomes a scholar in order to get close to Desmond. Then, the headmaster calls out the students' names for each class and their teachers to step forward. A teacher directs the students to line up. Anya wonders what her class is, but Lloyd already knew. He arranged to put Anya and Ostania's second son, Damien, in same class, so they can become close friends as students line up. Damien's name is called, and he smiles as he proudly walks down to the line. If he becomes close friend with Anya, Lloyd thinks he might invite her to his house someday, and with that, he can still meet Desmond if she fails to become a scholar. Anya hears everything. Then her name is called, and she marches to the line. When she gets close, she stares at Desmond, and he thinks she likes her. Anya hears him, and annoyingly walks to her line there. A girl says hi to Anya. Lloyd's surprised because she's a military daughter. Almost all classmates are from political families. Lloyd, looking aggressive, as he thinks makes Yor smiles. The girl says, I'm Becky, thinking she could boss Anya around, but Anya reads her mind and ignores her. Lloyd and Yor are happy when Housemaster is announced as Anya's class teacher for hitting rude interviewer. He's demoted to take younger students. Parents clap as their kids march to see the school environment. Anya looks back to salute her dad. Housemaster says, stay in line. Lloyd looks nervous, but Yor tries to calm him. They are shown the school dining hall and door to Scholar's private dining hall. Class teacher says they should also aspire to become a scholar. Damien says who his dad is, and his classmates are impressed except Anya and Becky. He walks up to them and asks Anya what her parents do. She replies, my dad is a doctor, and he says he's a nobody. Anya then says, I want to go play at your house. His friend pushes her away. Then she remembers Mum says, don't hit anyone who hurts you. Instead, just smile. Smile is your greatest weapon. Her friend tells her to say something. Surprisingly, she fakes a smile, making Damien think she's making fun of him. Becky feels she's cool and not a baby like she thought. Anya blushes and smiles again. Damien looks angry and calls her ugly. Becky says, don't call her that. Anya thinks smiling didn't help. As they move, they throw a paper ball at Anya. Becky says she will report them to class teacher. They push her away, saying she has no proof, and he promises to bully Anya so hard until she stops smiling at him. When Anya can't take it anymore, she punches his cheeks. He falls to the ground and cries. Class teacher runs towards them, and Anya lies that she just stretched her hand and he falls. His friend says she lied. Class teacher becomes angry. Becky says it's Damien who bullied her first. He asks Anya if she hits him in return. Then she remembers Mum says she can only hit someone while protecting a friend. She says, I hit him because he stepped on my friend's foot. Becky feels touched and hugs her. Class teacher also feels she did well. Parents of new students enjoy drinking at the welcome party. Students return and class teacher asks to see Lloyd. When he tells him Anya hits Damien, he's shocked. He says she was supposed to get 3 tonometers for it, but he's kind to give her 1. Yor regrets training her. Lloyd feels Anya becoming friends with Damien looks impossible. Now, after parents and their kids take a group photo. Next morning, while Lloyd cooks in the kitchen, he thinks he will meet Desmond soon, now that Anya is enrolled in the school, but he needs to make sure Anya wins 8 Stella stars to be a scholar. As he fries the eggs, he thinks it might not be so easy. His plan to make Anya become friends with Damien already seems impossible, since Anya punched him. However, he encourages himself not to give up. Yor walks out of her room, and her husband is already serving their breakfast. Anya hides behind the door, looking sad. Lloyd asks her to come eat. Anya says, I'm sorry I punched that boy. Lloyd says it's fine, but not to fight anyone in school again. Yor comments, you're so kind, Lloyd. Meanwhile, he feels he must be kind so Anya won't quit school. Next, the bus picks up Anya. Dad tells her to say sorry to Damien. The bus leaves, and Yor waves goodbye. Lloyd hopes Anya apologizes to him. She arrives at school and walks towards her class. When she turns back, She sees Becky coming down from a car and waits for her, so they can walk to class together. As they walk in with other kids, they see Damien and his friends. They try to start a fight again, but Anya decides to say sorry. She gets close and almost apologizes, but Becky drags her along, saying class will start soon. Lloyd watches from a rooftop, and he's angry her friend drags her away. He decides he will make Anya apologize that day and no later. While in class, other students say Anya was wrong to punch Damien. Hearing this, Anya feels bad and thinks school is scary. Becky looks angry, then tells Anya she will always be her best friend. Listening to her calms Anya. Meanwhile, Damien and his friends plan how to punish her for hitting him. While the teacher teaches, Damien isn't listening. He thinks of how to punish Anya for being the first to ever hit him. Anya hears his thoughts and turns back, but he looks away. Then they have their math class, but dozes off, drooling, which surprises the teacher. When he leaves, Becky wakes her. When she's awake, she says, I have to say sorry to Damien, but he left class already. So Anya goes to look for him. Her friend hugs her, saying it's fine not to say sorry, but a cleaner says no. Anya knows he's her dad disguised as a cleaner. While in science class, Anya sees words reflected, telling her to apologize to Damien. She thinks it's from God, but it's not. It's Lloyd again. She feels pressured. Next class, he uses his disguise power to change her book, so she sees a note telling her to apologize. During lunch break, as Anya and her friend walk down to the school cafe, she sees Sori on the school flower. Again, Lloyd, disguised as a student, walks past with Sori on his back. At the cafe, Anya orders food, and when it's served, it has Sori on it. Lloyd now pretends to be a chef. Damien and his friends enter, and Anya stands up to apologize, but Becky stops her. Lloyd decides to separate them. Lloyd changes his voice and calls Becky to the school hall while they're eating. When she leaves, Anya walks up to Damien and his friends try to fight her. Damien stops them and he moves close to her. However, he can't say anything, as he feels his heart beating so loudly. Anya decides to say sorry and run. His friends think he's being quiet because he's thinking of names to call her. Anya looks nervous. Reading his friends' thoughts and hearing them call her names hurts her. She cries bitterly, saying, I'm really sorry I hit you. I just want to be your friend. Damien feels touched. While at it, Lloyd, who has been watching, feels impressed. He thinks it's a fantastic apology. Damien's face turns red. He can't deny he likes Anya, no matter how he tries to convince himself that Anya is just a commoner. Suddenly, he becomes frustrated, saying, I will never forgive you, and runs away. His friends run after him. The tray Lloyd is holding falls from his hand, as he couldn't believe her apology was rejected. He feels his plan B has failed. Anya feels bad about it. Meanwhile, Becky didn't see the one calling her in the school hall at home. Lloyd helps Anya with her schoolwork. She's tired, but he won't let her stop. Since Damien refuses to be her friend, Lloyd's only option is to make sure Anya becomes a scholar to get close to Desmond. When Lloyd asks her to solve an equation, she tries to read his mind for the answer. But Lloyd is thinking of another plan. She decides to read Yor's mind instead, so she tells her to check the equation for her. Yor thinks of the answer as 5, yet Anya can't write it. She drops her pencil, falls trying to grab it, as using her telepathy power for long drains her. She runs to her room. Lloyd goes after her, but Yor says he's too hard on her. He says he wants her to be a scholar. Yor says you can't force her. I want Anya to enjoy going to school. In her room, she listens to Mum talking. Lloyd feels Yor is right. She's just a little girl. He thanks her, saying children can be difficult sometimes. After, Lloyd calls Anya to come have hot coffee, but she refuses to come out. They sit down. Yor says, Anya is just like my brother when he was a kid. Lloyd asks, did you help him with his schoolwork too? She answers, no, he did it himself, because he's so intelligent. Even when they studied together, he taught her many things, and she always praised him, which made him smile. Lloyd asks if her brother liked studying because she praised him. Yor replies, I'm not sure, but you should try the same for Anya, by praising her efforts, no matter how small. At first, Lloyd feels he doesn't have to, since he's not her real dad, but then he thinks he must act like a good dad for his mission. Yor reminds him of what Anya said at the interview, that he's a wonderful dad. Lloyd feels calm and thanks Yor for being a good mum to Anya too. He asks her to also help Anya with her studies, and she agrees, saying, but we have to be patient with her. Lloyd remembers his boss also told him not to rush things, but to get close to his target to gain his trust. He feels he needs to understand Anya first. He stands up and says, I need to talk with Anya. He knocks on her room door, but when she doesn't answer, he opens the door. Anya fell asleep while studying on her own. She slept talks, saying, I have to get good grades for dad. He carries her and puts her on the bed. Then she slept talks again, saying, Mum, don't kill dad. Lloyd wonders what she's dreaming. Next morning, at school, Anya's class is having maths. Teacher calls her to answer a question. She stands up confidently and answers, but the teacher says she's wrong. She feels embarrassed. Admin meets with Lloyd and asks if Anya is doing well in her studies, as they expect her to be a scholar soon. She also informs him that their informant in City Hall has been caught, so he should be careful. In the City Hall, state security police come to arrest the chief finance on suspicion of being a spy. He's taken away while the staff watch. Later, Yor's friends say he was arrested for sharing office secrets. While talking, one of them walks in and tells Yor her brother knows she's married. His friend at the party told him. Yor forgot to tell him, and it's been a year. She says he'll call soon. Then she remembers she never gave him her new number. She shows them the picture they took together, and they admire him. At the state security office, an officer questions Chief Finance who he works for. He replies, "Just let me go home, please." Officer presses the cigarette he smoked on his hand, but he still won't talk. Another officer takes over the questioning. Turns out it's Yor's brother, and he's now a security police. Other officers complain he's too young to join their team, but their boss adores him so much. He sits and says, "My sister works at City Hall, but I haven't seen her in a while. I will see her again tonight, so I need quick answers. Now, tell me everything you know." He shouts, "I don't know anything." He shows him a photo of him handling files to someone. He's shocked. Then Chief Finance admits, "I sold the files for money to a Westalis man. He doesn't know his name." Yor's brother tries to help him identify him. He asks, "Have you heard the name Twilight before?" He says no. He reveals he's a Westalis spy who wants to trouble our country. Chief Finance asks, "Will you free me if I help you catch the spy? I don't mean any harm. I just did that to make more money to have fun." Then, Yor's brother says, "I haven't told my sister I work for state security, cause I don't want to worry her." He presses his head on the table, saying he's a traitor to their country and won't let him go unpunished. Anya's favorite show is airing, and she watches with full focus. Lloyd wishes he can get her to focus on studying like that. She says Bondman has 2/8 of his bullets left, and she's right. Lloyd thinks he can teach her using cartoon references. Yor comes home looking worried. She says her brother is visiting that night, and she's afraid he'll find out their marriage is fake. Lloyd tells her not to worry, as he prepares pictures and beddings to show their marriage is real. They await his visit. However, Anya is already dozing off. Dad says, "Go to bed." She says, "No, I want to see Uncle," but she falls asleep. Yor's brother walks down to their house with a big flower. He thinks she didn't tell him. She's married because her husband is a bad person. As he enters, he thinks, "I will arrest him if he troubles my sister." Lloyd is worried. He doesn't want to lose Yor and Anya. Then he presses the doorbell, and the door is open. He smiles, introducing himself as Yuri, and they welcome him. Lloyd shakes his hand, and the two stare at each other, wondering if they will get along. Then, Lloyd proposes to make them food, but he says no. Yuri thinks he's only pretending to be nice. Yor tells him to come sit while she collects the flowers. Then he says, "But I'm yet to agree to your marriage. Why didn't you tell me about it all this while?" Before he arrives, Lloyd told Yor to say she didn't tell him because single ladies are seen as suspicious and could be arrested as spies. Yor says, "No, he's very sensitive, and if I tell him that, he will feel worried and I don't want him to." She assures Lloyd she has a good excuse. Now, when her brother asks, she just says, "I completely forgot to tell you." Her brother says, "But when I called you that day, you should have told me." She replies, "Well, I said I forgot." Surprisingly, Yuri believes and smiles, saying okay, it must be true. Lloyd serves him food. When he tastes the food, he eats more but thinks, "I won't like you just because you give me food." After, he gives him a bottle of wine. He then asks, "Where did you two first meet?" Lloyd replies, "At a tailor's shop. I was attracted to her beauty. After we had a lot of dates." He asks, "What do you eat and the restaurant's name, and what made you marry her? Wait, what do you call her?" He says, "Yor." Shocked. "So Yor calls you Lloyd too." He becomes angry, pouring himself more wine. Yor says, "What's wrong in calling him Lloyd?" Then Lloyd gets him a cup of water. He wonders why his sister likes Lloyd. Is it because he can cook or tall? He feels jealous. Drinking more wine, Lloyd changes topic, saying, "I like your job." Then Yor says, "Your friend told me you traveled to a city." He answers, "Yes, it's a work trip. The city I traveled to is beautiful, and I wish we went together." Lloyd says, "I've been there before when I was still a medical student. A chef at a restaurant there makes nice stew." He asks if he bought the wine from there. He says, "Yes." Lloyd asks, "How much?" He says, "It's cheap." Lloyd thanks him for sharing. Meanwhile, it's all just to fool his sister, so she won't know he changed jobs. Lloyd knows he's lying. Wine isn't cheap in the city, and he already found out a lot about him. He knew he had been working with the state security for about a year. He thinks, if we get along, I might get secret information from him. When Yor says, do you see Lloyd as brother now? He beats the table, saying, I won't accept him as my brother because I love my sister so much. When our parents died, she was there for me and would always come late from her job in Bloodstain, which worries me. But she told him not to worry and bought me books and snacks. She worked so hard for me, and because of that I decided to be successful. But now she completely forgot me because of you. Truly, I want her to marry someone who can protect her. In a serious tone, he asks, can you protect my sister, Lloyd? Lloyd gets nervous and says, I love her as much as you do. Yor is surprised to hear that. He says, I will make sure nothing harms her. Yuri is impressed and wonders if he really meant what he says. He says, you are a liar. Water pours on the table. Yor tries to clean it. Lloyd wants to help her. When their hands touch, they feel shy. Seeing that, he doubts them and asks them to prove their marriage. Lloyd says, I can show you our marriage certificate. He says, no, kiss each other, and if you don't, I will make sure your marriage certificate is cancelled. Lloyd quickly thinks of what to do. Then he says, okay, we'll do it. That shocks Yor. She looks confused as Lloyd bends his head to kiss her. She recalls she once read that a first kiss tastes like lemon. She tells Lloyd to wait, then drinks more wine to feel drunk. Lloyd whispers, we don't have to kiss if you don't want to. Her brother insists they kiss. Annoyed, she throws a fork at him saying, can you just shut up? Drunk, she bends over to kiss Lloyd and says, close your eyes, darling. Yor is about to kiss him. Jealous. Her brother remembers when they were young. When he had good grades, Yor kissed him as a reward. Then, he promised to marry her when he grew up. Yor replied, I will wait patiently for you. Back to the present, he shouts, stop, sis. Don't kiss another man in front of me. Yor, embarrassed, says, I can't do it, and slaps Lloyd. But Yuri comes in between and gets slapped instead, which makes Anya feel her room shake, but she just goes back to sleep. He's injured. Looking disappointed, he says, you treat me like this because I stopped you from kissing him. Then he begins to cry, regretting asking them to kiss. Then, he says, Lloyd, my sister's lips are yours now. Yor slaps him again, making Lloyd wonder if they are both normal. Yor asks if he's okay and helps him. She asks if she should get him a taxi. He replies, don't baby me, Yor. Lloyd also supports him. Angrily, he says, you're making fun of me now. Lloyd says, no, just admiring how much you love and protect your sister, but we can protect her together now and make her happy. He replies, I don't want to accept you. I'm leaving now. Lloyd says, come again so you can meet our daughter. He answers, I will come only because of my sister and not you. He warns him not to hurt his sister and runs off. As he leaves, Yor shouts, get home safe, dear. Later, Lloyd cleans the table. He feels he should be careful around Yor's brother as he walks towards the kitchen. Yor thanks him for welcoming her brother into their home. Lloyd says, I see he loves you so much, and I feel envious watching you too. Thankfully, he didn't figure out our marriage is fake. Afterwards, they move to Lloyd's room, and he says he will arrange the bed back to normal. Lloyd still thinks about what happened earlier. Then he decides to sleep. Yor's brother asks two men where the station is. Seeing he's injured, they say, go to the hospital instead. Next morning, Anya greets her dad. She goes to the bathroom and meets Yor, who says good morning. She climbs a small table to wash her face. Breakfast is served as Yor and Lloyd talk about her brother. Lloyd thinks it's unbelievable he's part of security service, which shocks Anya. She wonders what the state security does and feels bad she didn't meet him. Lloyd says, come, have breakfast. As they eat, Lloyd starts to wonder if Yor truly doesn't know her brother works for state security. He assumes if she knew, she wouldn't fake a marriage with him. Or maybe she's just pretending so she can get close to him. Hearing his thoughts, Anya says, Dad, Mum is, and pauses. Then says, Mum is a bad cook, which shocks Yor. Next, they prepare to go out for work. Lloyd claims to help Yor clean dirt on her collar, not knowing he puts a tracking device on her. She is impressed with the way Lloyd treats her brother nicely, making her feel she's not helping him enough. Anya hears. Outside, when she's about to enter her school bus, she says, Dad and Mum, you have to get along. Lloyd answers, well, we are not fighting. You should get along with your classmates too. She enters, and the bus leaves. At the state security, Yor's brother returns and his boss asks, what happened to your face? Did you fight your sister's husband? He says, not really. He's a nice guy, but he looks like a spy pretending to be nice. His boss asks if he has any proof. Then he remembers he didn't enter their bedroom. He begins to hit his head on the lock. His boss asks him to get over it and focus on his job, as they need to arrest Westala's spies, especially Twilight. He agrees, dressed up in his uniform. Yor at work looks sad. cause she feels she is a bad wife to Lloyd. She asks her friends to tell her how to be a good wife. Meanwhile, Lloyd is listening to their conversation with the tracking device on her, trying to figure out if she's doing anything suspicious that can affect his mission. Then, her boss asks Yor to go post a letter for him, while Lloyd decides to investigate her further. Yor sees a joint account poster on her way and thinks, I should have one with Lloyd using the money I earn as an assassin, but he might be suspicious of me. Just then, some men stop her and take her to a secret place. When they reveal they are from state security, she is shocked. Meanwhile, it's Lloyd and his informant disguised as state security. They say her letter looks like a coded letter to Westalis. She says her boss owns the letter. The informant then accuses her of being a spy with her boss. Nervous, she explains she knows nothing about it. He scares her, saying Chief Finance killed himself after being severely tortured, and a lady of her age was arrested recently. Lloyd says the lady was freed because she has a family in the state security. Hearing that, Yor looks surprised. Meanwhile, Lloyd is trying to figure out if she's aware her brother works with state security. At this point of trouble, she will have no option but to mention his name, but Yor says, I am not a spy. The informant tries to touch her. She attacks him, saying, don't touch me. Lloyd warns her, your family can be in trouble for attacking a police officer, and for that she prepares to attack them again. Lloyd asks the informant to check the letter again. He then says he decoded the information wrongly. Her boss actually coded the letter because it is personal information to his doctor. Lloyd says, sorry, you can go, but don't tell your boss what happened. As she leaves, the informant assumes she has no family in state security. He, however, advises Lloyd to keep emotions out of his task and not to trust anyone, so he can be safe. Then, Lloyd removes his informant's mask. Yor walks home, scared about nearly getting arrested. Lloyd appears and removes the tracker, calling it dirt. Yor says, I'm sorry, I'm not a good wife to you. Lloyd tells her not to worry too much, as no one is perfect. He advises her to be exactly who she is and keep smiling, so Anya will remain happy. Yor feels touched, saying, I'm grateful I married you. They walk home together. Lloyd throws the tracking device away and suggests they celebrate their first wedding anniversary with a cake. When Anya returns home from school, she is happy to see her dad and mom are getting along. Next morning, in the school compound, Anya's class teacher jogs around the school. Then, he stops in front of the school founder's statue and pledges to him. Afterwards, he dresses up for school. In his office, one of the teachers comes to greet him, and he prepares tea for him. He says, how about your students? I heard you gave one of them a poor mark for punching her classmate. He replies she behaved badly and deserves to be punished. He believes they must ensure students are taught how to behave rightly to keep the school standard. In the same office, leader's son stares at the parents and students group picture, looking sad. His friends come and show him the picture of his older brother in the school magazine. They hope he will become a scholar like his brother soon. The school will be having a sport competition soon, and there are rumors that whoever wins will get an award. Leader's son is happy to hear this. While class teacher studies alone, the bell rings. He walks towards the window, thinking how the students will become better. In class, Anya and others are about to fight again, not knowing class teacher is watching. At home, when Anya returns from school, she says, Dad, I have some news. My friend said we will have a sport competition soon, and best player gets an award. Lloyd assumes it's just a rumor. While Yor offers to train her when she says it's a dodgeball game, she's happy. Yor reveals she played the game with her brother when young. Anya says, Mum, let's do this, and Lloyd feels it's good. She's happy to do it. Yor starts with strength training. First, Anya does sit-ups while Yor helps with holding her legs. Next, they run, but suddenly, Anya faints. At night, the training continues. Yor trains her how to throw a ball, and her skills surprise Anya. Next morning, Anya feels tired and dozes while training. At night, they train again. Next morning, Anya feels she's ready for the sport, which will hold the next day. Finally, the day comes. She dresses up for the sports, determined to win the award at school. Anya looks ready. Leader's son and friends come over and start arguing with her again. Anya wishes they could be friends to help her dad's plan, but he's not nice. Meanwhile, he also wishes to win so he can get an award to impress his dad. Class teacher instructs them on what to do as the two classes are ready. The game begins. Leader's son is the team captain, and his friends encourage him. He remembers from the information his friends gathered only the best player will be given an award. He throws the ball at his opponents, but a giant grabs the ball. Turns out he's the son of a major in Ostania. Unbelievably, he's in the same grade as them, and he's been a sports person since he was young. Leader's son tells him to be careful, but he boasts he can never be hit by them. He evaluates his opponent's standing positions, then throws the ball aggressively, and it hits 4 of his opponents at a time. They panic, but Leader's son encourages them. A flashback reveals Major's son had trained so well before the sport day, throwing a ball against poles perfectly. His dad appears, and he runs to hug him. His dad assures him he will become a scholar one day. Back to present, Anya's friend throws the ball at him. He throws it back, hits her, and she's out of the game. Leader's son tells him, "Don't think you can win easily. My friends and I had trained before now. They trained so hard." Especially Leader's son and his friends support him. He tells them to move to the front. He then jumps on them to throw the ball. Major's son grabs the ball and throws it back, and it hits 4 of them. They try a different way to throw the ball. He grabs it again, squeezes the ball, and throws it back at Leader's son. One of his friends jumps and tries to cover him. He wants him to win the best player of the game, so he takes the hit in his place and falls on the floor. It shocks everyone. His friend cries, but he tells him not to cry and continue the game. Just then, the ball hits him too. Mayor's son targets Anya next. He throws the ball at her, but she dodges it, and it surprises him. He throws another ball. Anya dodges again. She dodges his shot over and over, no matter how hard he tries. But the ball hits other players, making him feel Anya has a superpower. Leader's son is impressed. Even class teacher bows to compliment her dodging skills. He throws the ball again, and Anya falls to dodge it. He throws another ball, and everyone panics. As the ball almost hits her, Leader's son takes the shot on her behalf, and his friends are disappointed. Anya asks, "Did you just protect me?" He says, "No, I just wanted to stop him, but you need to win for us now." As he walks away, she stands up, ready to win the game with the skill her mum taught her. Now, holding the ball, she says, "I will make you proud." Leader's son. Major's son is ready to grab the ball again, but Anya is taking her time. The hall becomes intense as Anya gathers strength to throw the ball. When she finally throws the ball, and everyone thinks it's going to be a hard hit. However, the ball just bounces. He grabs it and throws it on her head, so his team won, and they say he will receive an award. Class teacher says they don't give an award for winning a sport. He feels Anya's team played better. Anya's friend consoles her, but Leader's son is angry she lost the game. Class teacher watches them. In the sitting room, Lloyd checks Anya's test papers. She fails in all her subjects. Meanwhile, she's watching her spy show when he calls her. Knowing it's study time, she says she doesn't want to study. As she tries to run to her room, Lloyd grabs her. It worries Lloyd because Anya has to study to become a scholar and for him to achieve Operation Strix's mission. As she studies, Yor checks her test paper and says her maths isn't that bad, but she says Bondman has 2 bullets left out of 8. Hearing that, Lloyd thinks he can teach her using cartoon references. Meanwhile, Anya feels she failed because she read the wrong kid's mind. She decides to figure out which subject each of her classmates is good at, so she can read their minds during tests to pass. Lloyd thinks that if they cheat and she suddenly gets good grades, she'll be suspected, and her classmates might dislike her. Anya hears it and wonders if her classmates will dislike her if she cheats. Lloyd feels forcing her to study might make her unhappy. He decides they do other activities that can earn her a Stella star, and he suggests drawing. She draws an animal. Lloyd asks, "Is this a cheetah?" She says, "No, it's a cow." Clearly, she's not good at drawing, so he suggests playing a violin. She can't play well. He suggests playing tennis, but she's still bad jumping. She hits her head on the hurdle and cries. Lloyd feels sorry. Meanwhile, he's trying to find out which activity she can do well. Yor suggests skipping, while Lloyd feels he needs to take things easily. He remembers admin told him Anya has to be a scholar soon. As Anya skips, she falls but still says, "I will do my best." Lloyd is surprised. He then proposes they go out. The next day they visit a hospital. An old nurse welcomes them and thanks them for volunteering to help with tasks in the hospital. Though it's uncommon, some students who volunteer to help others and save lives got a Stella star. So he thinks Anya can earn a Stella star through this too. The nurse assigns his family a task to clean lockers in a room. While at it, Anya breaks a flower vase. The nurse is nice and suggests they arrange books in the library. Instead, Anya reads a manga book. Assigned to serve food, Anya stumbles, throwing away food. Later, she tells Dad she wants to be a nurse and runs off. She stumbles on a nurse and falls. The nurse yells, "Leave the hospital right now." Anya feels bad and says, "I'm sorry, Dad." He replies, "Don't worry, I understand." A young nurse walks past them with a boy using a stick to walk, and they walk toward the hospital pool for his therapy. At the pool, the boy asks if the pool water is cold. The nurse tells him not to worry and to go get changed. As she leaves, the boy walks close to the water and dips his hand in. Suddenly, he falls into it. The nurse comes to find him, but he's already sunk in the pool. Anya hears his thoughts with her telepathy power as he drowns. She rushes to her dad and says someone is drowning in the pool. Surprised, he asks, "How do you know?" She couldn't respond. Then she runs off saying, "I want to be a swimmer." The nurse checks the boy in the changing room but couldn't find him. Anya runs past her to the pool. She listens again to the boy's thoughts and sees the pool he's drowning in. She runs toward the pool. Without thinking, she jumps into the water to rescue the boy. As she swims, she stretches her hand but can't get hold of him. She tries harder, but then she begins to drown too. Just then, Lloyd grabs her and the boy and brings them back to the poolside. Anya lies that she saw the boy sinking when she tried to swim. The nurse carries the boy while others come to see what what's going on. The boy opens his eyes and begins to cry. The nurse cries too. Lloyd tells her to be careful and not take her eyes off him. He praises Anya for noticing him, and other people also praise her. With that, Anya receives a Stella Star in school for saving a life, and everyone claps for her. Becky is so happy, saying she's the first in their class to get an award, but Damien is angry she received an award before him. The boy's parents come to thank Anya, and she waves at them as they leave. Yor hugs her, saying, "I'm proud of you," while Lloyd pats her, saying, "Anya, you did well." Anya feels happy she's able to help others with her telepathy power. Then Yor tells her, "I will make you dinner to celebrate," but she says, "No, I want Dad's food instead." Later, Admin meets with Lloyd, who disguises as an old man. She suggests they fake incidents so Anya can get more Stella Stars. Lloyd disagrees, saying it may be too risky for their spies. Then she reveals that Desmond is taking some suspicious steps already, so he needs to meet him soon. This means Anya needs to become a scholar faster. At school, when Anya arrives, everyone stares at her talking about her award. Anya feels proud of herself. Soon, Becky arrives and runs after her saying, "Good morning, Anya." Proud Anya says, "No, call me Starlight Anya now." As they move on, she says, "Anya, many students will like to be your friend now." She imagines Damien wanting to be her friend, and he invites her to his house. After, her dad's mission is achieved, but rather, he picks up a fight with her. She feels disappointed. Becky says, "Let's go, Anya." But she didn't answer until she says, "Let's go, Starlight Anya." In class, her classmates envy her, saying she's proud because of her Stella Star. Some say she pushed the boy into the pool and just lied about saving him. Anya feels sad, but Becky says, "Ignore them." When they ask Damien if she cheated, he says she truly earned the Stella Star, as their school doesn't give it by mistake. Though he's honest about it, he's still annoyed that she earned a Stella Star before him. Then one teacher comes in. The school bell rings for break, and the students gather in the school hall for lunch. Anya and her friends sit together to eat. Then Becky tells her to ask her parents for a gift for getting a Stella Star. She says she will ask for a castle, and her friends say it's too high. She says she will ask for a year's worth of peanuts. Becky reveals she once got a puppy as a gift, and she loves her. Anya thinks about it. As Damien passes, she asks, "Do you have a puppy too?" He thinks of his dog and Anya hears it. He refuses to answer and just walks away. She thinks having a dog like him can make them become friends and help her dad meet Desmond. She smiles. When she gets home, she kneels before Dad and asks him for a puppy as a gift. Dad agrees to buy it for her. Then Yor comes and tells her taking care of a pet can be a lot of work. But Lloyd thinks having a well-trained dog will help them secure the house, while Yor worries the dog might attack Anya one day. Anya says, "Dad, I want a tiny puppy." Yor thinks a tiny puppy might also attack her, but Lloyd says they will get one for her. Next, we see some men who raise dogs and sell. They feed them in their cage. Anya checks pictures of some dogs. She chooses the one she likes, which looks harmless. In Ostania, an old lady also acts as informant for the Westalis agency, where she sells drinks at the station. At her shop, Lloyd usually meets with her to get information about other missions. The two have been working with the agency for a long time. Old lady wonders if their goal to maintain world peace will eventually be achieved. A house is suddenly on fire, and men inside it, dead. We see Lloyd inside, carrying a briefcase and walking out. He just completed a mission, and meets a man from the agency, who came to ask about Operation Strix, which is his main mission. Lloyd answers, "I'm making progress already." Now we know Lloyd used to smoke but quit to look like a responsible dad to Anya. At home, Anya and Yor finish dinner. Yor worries Lloyd hasn't come back. Maybe he's still with his patients. Reading her thoughts, Anya thinks, Dad's actually a spy. She helps Yor in the kitchen. Yor smells the blood from the person she killed the previous day. Lloyd walks home, feeling tired from getting a lot of missions lately. As he enters, his neighbors talk about how he doesn't spend time with his family. He overhears and feels he hasn't been acting like a real family man lately, which could make people suspect they're fake. He rushes to his room, opens the door and says to his family, "We're going out next weekend." He sees Anya draws a penguin and says, "Let's go to the aquarium." So Lloyd decides he won't take any side missions that week. Ready to go outing, but Lloyd looks completely exhausted. As they move out, their neighbors are surprised to see them together. Lloyd says they are going on another family trip, while Anya boasts that her parents always take her out to have fun, so as to look real to them. They say goodbye to their neighbors. When they arrived at the station, Lloyd sees he has another mission. He walks up to old lady's shop, and she tells him he has another mission. Lloyd declines, saying he has to work on Operation Strix. Anya calls out, "Let's go to the aquarium before we're late." Old lady overhears and says the mission is inside the aquarium. Lloyd says it's just a coincidence, but the old lady insists the East hid a capsule of secret info for making weapons inside a penguin. Lloyd becomes helpless. At the aquarium, Anya's happy seeing a lot of aquatic animals. However, Lloyd looks really terrible as he ended up taking the mission. One of their neighbors appears, and Yor suggests they join her family to have fun. Lloyd feels he has to carry out his mission quickly, since Old Lady told him that the East are yet to retrieve it. So Lloyd has to recover the capsule before the East does. At the aquarium, he suggests they go see the penguin first. When they got there are a lot of penguins, making Lloyd feel his mission is going to be a hard one. He seems confused. Anya overhears him, and she uses her telepathy power to read minds of penguins. Though hard at first, Anya discovers the penguin and says, "Dad, that penguin can't breathe well." Lloyd sees it and feels it might be the one he leaves, saying he needs to get some drinks. Meanwhile, at the aquarium workers' room, Lloyd disguises to be one new worker. His boss shows him around. He asks if he has learnt the names of the penguins, and he answers yes. He mentions the names of the penguins correctly, and that amazes his boss. He's impressed by his memory and observation. As they walk past the penguins, Lloyd spots the penguin with the capsule. The penguins rush at him. Lloyd feels he needs to hurry before his neighbor begins to ask for him. Meanwhile, Lloyd already learned how to feed penguins, and with that, he's able to feed all of them at once. As they move, Lloyd carries the penguin with the capsule. He says he looks sick and offers to carry him to the veterinarian. He takes her to a quiet place and finds the capsule in her mouth. Then a man appears, asking what he's doing. When he says he's taking the penguin to the vet, he offers to take him there. He shows him an identity that he's also the aquarium worker. When Lloyd checks it, he discovers it's fake. The man pulls a gun, but Lloyd knocks it away with a bucket. The penguin cries, and Lloyd looks confused. Meanwhile, Anya has been watching him and you're looking for her. The man runs out to tell his comrades about Lloyd. Anya grabs his clothes and shouts, "Mom, help, he's trying to kidnap me." Yor kicks him, sending him hanging off the roof. She carries Anya. With Anya's help, Lloyd retrieves the capsule and gets more information about it from the captured man. Neighbors already saying he's taking too long. When he arrives with a penguin doll, which he won from a game challenge, he says he had to play many times and won because he knows Anya will like it. Neighbors say he's a good dad as Yor and Anya play with the doll. Lloyd tells neighbor he always loves to do what will make them happy. They are impressed. Lloyd, though tired, feels relieved he's able to make them think their family is real. Now, his mission to maintain world peace continues. Later, the aquarium worker Lloyd disguised as is put in charge. His boss claims he's learned everything. Anya introduces her former baby doll to the penguin doll and acts like when she was with the organization that made her. She names her new doll Agent Penguinman, saying they must work for world peace like her dad's mission. She shows them around like they are real agents, making Lloyd think she's acting her favorite spy show. She also introduces her mom to the doll and says, "Dad and Mom are my trusted goons." She takes her to the bathroom and her room again. Then she takes him to the top secret spot, her parents' room, and says there are dangerous weapons inside. As she was about to open the door, Lloyd grabs her and angrily says, "I've told you never to enter my room." Anya feels bad and begins to cry, saying, "I hate Mom and Dad, and I'm going to run away from home." Lloyd feels that is going to ruin his mission. He then takes her doll and acts like one of her agents. Yor too joins him. Anya asks them to follow her to catch some bad guys across the street. As they play, people watch them, but Lloyd knows he has to do this so Anya will be happy. While an information war rages across nation, two countries are against each other. Ostanas from east, Westalis from west, plans a mission called Operation Strix to keep an eye on Ostania's official Desmond, plotting a war. Mission Mastermind Twilight finishes Phase 1, making a fake family and enrolling daughter Anya in Eden College. In this family, father is spy, mother an assassin, and daughter a telepath. Mission continues as they hide their true identities from each other, and Anya earns her first Stella Star for honorary seat. Now in Phase 2, securing a gathering invitation allows Twilight to approach his target, Dominic Desmond. Next we see some people loading cages into van. Those cages contain dogs. Next morning, news reports that foreign minister from Westalis has arrived in eastern country for peace conference between East and West. Back at home, Anya is eating her breakfast. While Yor serves a dish to Lloyd, Anya's food gets stuck. Lloyd tells her to eat slowly, but she ignores, gets up from the dining table and hurries her dad. After that, they head out. Anya is happy and asks Lloyd if dogs eat peanuts, but Lloyd says they don't, which makes her upset. Their destination is Pet Shop because Anya wants Pet as her Stella reward. Lloyd thinks she needs 7 more stars for Desmond's gathering, so they must keep her motivated. They enter shop and see dangerous dogs. Shopkeeper tells Lloyd these dogs are trained, and Lloyd realizes they can guard house well. Then Lloyd asks Anya if she finds these dogs cute. She turns her head away with absolutely no reaction, so Lloyd asks for cute, tiny puppies. He offers to check with someone and confirming on a call, suggests they visit an adoption center. While Lloyd is listening, an agent makes a hand sign behind shopkeeper, signaling new mission. Lloyd makes a bathroom excuse and tells them to go adoption center without him. Yor suggests waiting, but Anya says Papa takes long time in washroom, so they should go. Now Lloyd is riding away in car with the agent. Lloyd yells that staying out too long will make his family suspicious. But agent says it is an emergency. He tells about a plot to assassinate minister tonight, led by university students tracked by police. They have captured one terrorist near embassy, and he is in custody, but he refuses to talk about his team, making Lloyd realize why he was summoned. While talking, Lloyd looks at photo, thinking young people are becoming terrorists. We see terrorist in a room where Handler enters, but he refuses to talk. Handler tells him they already captured his boss. They bring boss, and young terrorist calls out, Keith, but Keith blames him instead. Keith claims entire plan belongs to that boy. Then they take Keith away, and young terrorist thinks he actually blamed him. Looking at him, Handler says they only talk to whoever gives details. Handler asks what to do with him, so he begs for a chance to reveal mastermind. Handler agrees, and he starts telling everything. Right outside, Keith tells agent it's lucky they had footage of Keith how he looks like, only to reveal that Lloyd is just wearing Keith's mask. Meanwhile, inside, Boy gives Handler all details about their hideouts. Handler asks about assassination method. He replies, it's through dogs, shocking everyone. They plan to strap bombs onto dogs, making Handler ask if they're using bomb dogs. Agent notes that stopping these trained dogs won't be easy, while Lloyd wonders how college students could plan this. Agent suggests that there must be some deep pockets or another minister behind them. After all of that, Handler conducts meeting, stating they have a huge problem on their hands. Handler demands immediate action to stop the terrorists. Lloyd asks why they don't simply inform the authorities and cancel the conference. Handler says they can't, because the conference is important for both nations. Relations between the two nations are already on thin ice. They can't make the plot public. They must stop the terrorists' plan, and the mission cannot fail. Then we see two people walking dogs. One hands over his dog before stopping at a coffee shop. Those dogs and Boy wait outside. One of white dog senses something and spots a child playing. As Boy runs, dog breaks free from its leash, rushes over, and pulls him back. Then, a billboard crashes down in front of him, and he looks at dog. When Boy thanks him, dog's owner arrives to apologize and starts shouting at his dog. Guy returns from coffee shop, and they both discuss if these dogs gonna work, but it is late to make any changes to plan. Then we see Anya at Pet Adoption Center. There are many cute pets, and Anya likes them all. Yor wonders why Lloyd didn't suggest this place first, while Anya runs to see pets. Yor shouts at her to stop so she won't get lost, then calls her over and makes her promise to stay inside. Anya promises. Then they look at dogs, they check other breeds, and shopkeeper approaches Yor for their preferences. As Yor starts talking to her, Anya spots that white dog outside window. Dog looks at her, and when she reads his mind, she sees her own family. Anya thinks that this dog belongs to her. Looking at her mom, she thinks about telling her about it, but she realizes her mother won't understand even if she tells. So she stays quiet. She quietly slips out and decides to enter building where that dog is. She walks into building and notices a door. She opens door and finds other dogs tied up there with that dog. She walks to that white dog and starts looking at him. Then she hears voices of someone near a door over there, where Keith is talking about foreign minister's assassination. This will start a war between East and West. That's what they want. Anya listens to everything, but bumps into someone while backing away. She looks at man, and he belongs to them, as he opens door and yells. Hearing that a girl overheard them, they panic, and Anya tries to run but gets pulled back. Then, Keith stands, pulls knife, and stares at Anya, making her terrified. One of them says she is just a kid, while dog tries to break its leash. Keith says she might tell her parents and approaches her. Just then, dog breaks free from leash and protects Anya. Shocked by this, one of them picks up a pipe and moves toward dog. Seeing this, dog gets scared and hide behind Anya. But Keith stops him from harming assets, and one of them asks about noise he is making. Keith says there are many dogs there, so this one will not cause trouble. Meanwhile, Yor is looking for Anya at pet shop. She asks people about Anya, but nobody knows, making her scared. Then she jumps onto rooftop but still cannot see her. She wonders if a dog ate her, but then thinks it is impossible. Then she thinks, did someone kidnap her to force marriage? This scenario feels terrifying to her, and she gets scared. She comes back down and starts overthinking. She wonders why Lloyd has not come out of washroom yet. Then we see some agents check terrorists' hideouts, but both locations empty. Handler asks Lloyd if he discovered anything, so he tells her they rented a car under Kevin's name and shares plate number to note down. Handler tells him they found dog source and asks if he knows Project Apple. Project Apple is an Austanian regime experiment to increase animal IQ for military use. Lloyd says he knows it ran recklessly, collapsed with government, and got shut down. He says experiment ended without results. Handler mentions these dogs were sold on black market, making terrorist use highly possible. She warns they are failed projects but highly trained, so be careful. Then we see Anya and Dog cornered by Keith, who threatens them with knife. Just then, Dog sees future vision and Anya reads his mind. He foresees phone call, and just as Keith steps forward, phone rings. Everyone's attention shifts to phone, and one of them goes to answer it. After answering, he informs them that police found their hideout, terrifying everyone instantly. They wonder who informed police, and Keith realizes Chris hasn't shown up since morning. He tells to switch to plan B and realizes they both escaped. Meanwhile, Dog carries Anya and runs away. Anya asks him if he can see future. He also has superpower, and as they escape outside, Anya tells him to stop at pet shop. However, Dog keeps running, and Yor spots them. Meanwhile, Keith spots them from building and commands his men to pursue them. While those two are still running, people on street smile watching them, finding them cute. Anya feels scared while riding on Dog, but after a while, she starts having fun and makes a decision. She decides that they will fix this problem, and she will become Stella Star Anya again. But it turns out they are just circling one building. Dog gets tired and stops, where Keith stands in front of them with his men and Dog. Anya tells Dog to run, but another dog blocks them, and Keith catches him, making Anya fall. He orders his man to do it quickly. Then he goes and grabs Anya. Yor arrives and kicks him into a building. Both Keith and Dog get terrified, and he falls. Yor takes Anya into arms and threatens them. As we know, Keith's man catches Anya. Yor arrives and kicks him into a building, terrifying Keith and his dog. She picks up Anya and says, Anya is too young to marry. Her own marriage also happened recently. Now we see Keith is shocked, and Anya starts crying. Keith realizes she is her mother and orders his dog to attack. When Dog steps forward, her angry look scares him, and he runs away. Then Anya starts crying louder. Seeing a crowd gather over there, Keith tries to run away with that dog. Dog refuses, so Keith kicks it and escapes while Yor pursues him. But she can't leave Anya alone. Yor uses Dog leash to capture terrorist. Then Yor decides to inform police and asks Anya about Dog. Anya tells her about bomb Dog. So Yor checks around Dog. Yor finds no bomb, and Anya explains that Dog saved her. Yor says she was worried. Anya cries and apologizes for breaking her promise. Then Yor hugs her and says they will talk about this at home. Yor asks Anya to describe what those people looked like. She reports incident via a payphone while Anya and Dog sit quietly. Then that dog sees another future vision. Anya reads his mind and sees a vision of her family where Lloyd is missing. She wonders why her dad isn't there. While the dog sees a clock tower, a huge explosion occurs, and Anya is staring at her dad's dead body, and news spreads about assassination of the foreign minister. A war situation develops, seeing which Anya asks Dog, is it right? While she is holding Dog, Yor yells at her to be gentle with Dog. She thinks about telling Yor, but this would reveal her power. She asks Dog if they can change future. He nods yes. She asks if he can run now. He barks yes, and Anya tells Yor that Dad forgot his tissues. After saying this, she climbs onto Dog and rides away. Yor finishes her call with police and hangs up. Then she runs after Anya, wondering where she is going. Then we see Handler, informed that a terrorist suspect caught at the station. Handler orders her assistant to deploy teams in all suspected entry areas. She tells them to stay safe because the suspect can carry weapon. After that, we see a white van that stops on the road. Terrorists are inside it, but police surround them and catch them. They report on phone. They caught 4 suspects, 3 dogs, and explosive case. Meanwhile, Keith, who is hiding and watching this entire incident. He wonders about plan, checks time, 2 hours left, realizes he has explosives in safe house. He decides to do this alone while police ask captured suspects about Keith, but instead of telling, he tells them to stick their heads in toilets, as they mock them as pigs. Handler arrives there alongside Lloyd. Handler asks what they want, and one of them replies, war. Handler hits him and asks if they have ever assassinated ministers, if they have faced combat, and ever experienced explosions, heard sound of cracking bones, if they have smelled burning flesh, and they ask what she is saying, if they have ever seen family buried under buildings or a lover hung on walls, have you ever been so hungry you ate trees, human meat, or denied your enemies humanity, a person who kills enemies even while dying, only to end with self-regret, saying suicide is the only way out. She pulls out her pistol and aims at his head. She says that their university never taught them about war. Then we see a car inside, which Keith is preparing his bomb dog. Looking at map, he thinks his men exposed plan. So clock tower has security. He decides to kill anyone in his path and blow up everything. Meanwhile, Lloyd also leaves for the bomb location inside a car with an agent. Handler sends him to the most suspicious location, telling Lloyd he must stop it, which he accepts, because he is also tired of this war. Meanwhile, Anya is also moving toward location with dog, and news about today's meeting has spread everywhere. Anya and dog also arrive right near the clock tower. The dog gets tired and she looks around place. She asks dog to see future vision again, but he is exhausted. She remembers on her own and checks the clock, but panics because she cannot read clocks, since she cannot understand. She goes to ask an old man. She asks when the next bell will ring, and he answers that it rings every hour, and 30 minutes remain until next bell, so she thanks him and leaves. As they are leaving, dog senses something and pulls Anya behind a wall. They peek from wall and see that Keith is standing right next to car. Keith's dog gets out of car. Keith tells him to stay, but he sniffs around. Then he begins staring at the spot where Anya and her dog were hiding. He is about to move toward them. Keith grabs his leash. Anya and dog get a moment of relief, and Keith sits inside his car. She reads his mind and sees a bomb attached to a door. Keith thinks opening door will detonate bomb, helps Anya spot the building. He knows this blast will harm nearby people too. Thinking they are sacrificing for their country, he drives away from there. Anya and dog head toward that building, and Anya calculates the time, finding only 7 minutes remaining. They start running. They enter the building and spot that gate. As Anya reaches for door, the dog barks, reminding her that opening it triggers a blast. She then spots a tiny window right there and tries going through it. With dog's help, she goes to other side and sees bomb on the door. Putting on gloves, she gets ready and reaches toward bomb, but she starts wondering how she will defuse it. She thinks about pulling the red or blue wire, but is shocked to find all black wires. Then Anya starts wondering what to do and thinks about telling her father, but this would reveal her powers to him, which makes her anxious. Then, she notices a ketchup bottle kept nearby, and Lloyd also arrives there. Lloyd and his team start walking inside the building to look around. They spot a red message on the gate. An agent thinks it is blood, but Lloyd smells ketchup. Thinking the message is for them, agent wastes no time and sprint toward door. He then reaches out his hand toward the door handle. Then we see Anya and the dog outside, wondering if her father read her message. Right then, the time's up, and the clock tower bell starts ringing. This is the exact time when Anya saw that explosion. But no blast happens there, and dog sees a new vision. He sees Anya's family again, including Lloyd, so Anya knows they saved him. Because Lloyd stops agent from opening door after seeing that message. Using a piece of glass, he looks at bomb through that tiny window. They realize it is a trap set for them. The agent realizes someone knew they were coming, but Lloyd says not to waste time. Secret police arrive. Lloyd tells them to leave the bomb defused to them and move out. Standing outside, they discuss about Keith, so Lloyd advises going to Minister's location. Since they ruined all his plans, he will try to go there now. Then we see the minister looking at security, saying the government watches everything here. The assistant says it prevents terrorism, but the minister calls them useless for not catching suspects, and door knocks, introducing themselves as intelligence service. Someone enters room, and the minister readies to leave. The guard tells the minister to get into car, and the other vehicles leave too. Minister's car is ready, but he leaves alone in personal car, and tells everyone to go home. He drives off. And Keith also starts his car, but it is Lloyd wearing a minister mask, while the real minister yells on phone. Someone stole his clothes, which is Lloyd. So handler apologizes on phone. She says it is urgent because Lloyd needs his scent, so dog will chase him, so he can leave safely. Here, Lloyd changes his route to trick Keith, who quickly changes his route too. Lloyd changes his route again, making Keith wonder why he is driving in circles. At that time, another agent's car arrives and informs Lloyd that Keith has a dog while chasing him. Keith thinks that he is heading toward river where nobody is around. While he is happily thinking about this, the agent's car pulls up and starts firing. Keith rams his car into them and throws an explosive. He escapes as their car flips, and they warn Lloyd about his explosives. He drives ahead, sees the stopped car with an open door, and stop. Just then, He sees him running away, but Keith releases his bomb dog after him and gets ready with remote. Lloyd aims his gun but starts running back when he sees dog. As Keith follows by car, Keith is shocked that a 60-year-old minister can move like this while Lloyd stops in an alley. As the dog jumps at him, he removes his mask and says it is time to end this. Now we see Lloyd shoot few bullets and break his backpack. The dog bites him, but he throws the backpack into the river as Keith arrives. Keith presses the button, but the explosion happens in the river. He is shocked by this explosion, and Lloyd throws dog into a dumpster. He wonders how an old minister does this, but when smoke clears, he discovers it is not the minister and escapes in his car. Lloyd already knows his plate number, and noticeable bullet holes will get him caught. Meanwhile, Yor, who reaches the road bridge while searching for Anya. Yor spots Keith's car from bridge and jumps down in front of it. She kicks car so hard that it crashes into a street lamp. Keith is badly hurt after this heavy crash. Yor calls police from payphone to report it. After this, she leaves to search for Anya. Then we see Agent and Handler discussing. They finally stopped explosion. When Agent asks about the dogs, Handler tells him to keep them right there. But the government will have plans for them, and Lloyd says he must return to his family. Lloyd comes outside, while Anya and Yor also arrive from different sides. When Lloyd asks about Pet Shop, Anya answers that she came to check because he took a long time. Yor arrives while looking for Anya, and Lloyd asks about the dog. Yor explains the entire story. Lloyd thinks they are not involved in this and says sorry to them. Because he stayed long in the bathroom, Yor blames her homemade breakfast. Then he scolds Anya for running away alone, and she says sorry. Lloyd calmly asks if she is okay, and Anya replies that the dog saved her. He thinks this dog is a Project Apple subject and signals Handler to come. He pats the dogs, thanking him for saving Anya's life. Handler comes and introduces herself as a state security official. She asks to question them, explaining this dog belongs to terrorists. They talk about taking the dog, Lloyd agrees, and Anya reads dog's mind. Anya sees a vision of her family. Yor tells to visit Pet Shop again, and they ask Anya, but she holds that dog, demanding to keep him even though Lloyd tries explaining. Anya says dog saved her, but Lloyd reminds her she wanted a tiny dog. She threatens to perform poorly at school if she cannot keep the dog, shocking Lloyd and Handler. Seeing Anya cry, Handler allows her to keep the dog, making Lloyd question her. She explains one dog won't matter, reminding they cannot delay Operation Strix. Lloyd questions her, but Handler insists he watch this dog. They have many for investigation. Anya mentions seeing many dogs there and asks if the police will help them. With a smile, the handler tells her they will care for them with food and beds. She says these dogs had a hard life and asks Anya to protect that dog, saying yes. Anya thanks her, and she starts walking away. She tells Lloyd that Anya is a good girl, but Lloyd says she doesn't know reality. She reveals she also had a daughter, and Anya happily hugs her dog. Handler finds this peaceful, and seeing her, Lloyd also feels happy. Still, they take dog away for one night for medical treatment. They promise to return dog tomorrow. Lloyd and Yor agree, and they plan to head home. Anya says, trip will only end once they reach home alive, and they leave. Watching them leave together, Handler also smiles. While leaving, Yor happily thinks that she saved the world by defeating bad guys. Meanwhile, Anya thinks she saved the world, while Lloyd feels exhausted managing East-West relations. His stomach starts hurting from all stress of the day. Back home, Lloyd watches news while Anya roams around, waiting for dog. Then someone knocks at door, and a guard brings the dog. Once inside, the dog starts sniffing around. The family welcomes him and thinks of names, making him remember his past, how he was tortured and they fed him disgusting food. They gave him high voltage shocks even while he was crying. Yor asks dog if he is okay. Anya says he is just nervous. Anya invites him into his new home, and he takes a step. Right then, Anya hugs him to show love. Next morning, Anya asks if she gets a star for this, but Lloyd tells her to keep it secret. Lloyd warns her not to talk about this at school, or the police will arrest her. She tells dog how they treat a world saver, while Yor calls her for school, so Anya starts planning for star. She will use the friendship method to visit Damien, and mention her dog. He will invite her to see dog out of jealousy, making her plan work. In class, Becky greets Anya, secretly hoping she won't demand to be called Starlight Anya. Anya tells her she has a dog, and Becky asks about him. Becky suggests bringing her dog to play, making Anya think her plan worked. Then she runs out of the class to Damien. When Damien asks what she wants, she says she has a big dog. He replies, "What should I care?" Hearing this, a shocked Anya drops to her knees. Damien's friends praise his savage reply, while Damien himself has no idea what he said. His friends start mocking Anya. Then Damien asks for Dog's name, making Anya's face light up and she stands. Anya says his name is Doggy. They all leave, feeling they wasted their time. Next, during lunchtime, Anya and Becky discuss what to name the dog. She suggests some names and then Anya asks about the name Peanut. She finds Peanut weird, so she asks Anya to imagine what he looks like. Becky suggests asking her parents, then school ends and she leaves by bus. Anya opens door, enters house, and calls out for parents. Just then, Dog jumps on Anya and licks her. Lloyd tells her to take him for a walk, and they all head out together. Anya asks her father for the dog's leash, but he refuses, saying it could drag her. He says the dog is trained but still needs discipline in feeding and scolding. He tells her to care for him and asks if she has thought of a name. He tells her to choose an easy name that Dog can understand. He says name should start with a vowel, like a, U or O. Hearing his words, Yor starts thinking about threatening Dog, and they reach the park. Inside park, there are many dogs and their owners walking around. Seeing all of this, she gets happy and starts running around. She tells her dog to do same. Then, she sees someone playing a game with their dog. Seeing this, Anya tells him to do same and takes off one of her shoes. She throws it, but the dog doesn't fetch it, so Anya retrieves it herself. She realizes Dog needs name, and starts asking owners for their dogs' names. She starts asking everyone, and Yor tells her not to go so far. Anya starts giving him random names, which Yor and Lloyd watch. Yor feels happy watching them, while Lloyd thinks about her responsibilities. He thinks that once this mission is over, the Forger family will end too. He wonders if he will never see them again and remembers terrorist activity. East and West are only a facade, and he must end this war. Then he tells Anya to go home for study, but she realizes that her gloves are lost, and Yor says she dropped them somewhere. She goes to find them, and the dog starts sniffing and moving forward. He goes to a dog holding gloves in mouth, and Anya runs to him. That dog jumps at Anya, but her dog stands in front of him. That dog gets scared seeing him, drops the gloves, and is pushed away with one paw. The dog's owner starts yelling at them, but her dog returns the gloves to her. Then she remembers a show where Bondman brings the princess her handkerchief back. Anya also calls him Bondman and looks toward his paws. They look like Bondman's gloves, and she tells Lloyd she found a name. Back at home, Anya puts a tie on the dog and reveals his name Bond. Lloyd understands where the name comes from, and Yor also likes name. Then Anya gives him food, telling him his first mission is to finish it. Lloyd tells her not to overfeed him, so she takes a bite to taste it. Then Dog signals he needs the washroom, and she tells him to follow her. She shows him the washroom and says not to make a mess anywhere, or Mom will get mad. He walks into the washroom and poops. Then they both watch the show that inspired his name, but Lloyd tells her to study. He tells her to open books before he returns, but they keep watching TV. Yor is doing dishes, but notices something and calls Lloyd over when he arrives. They both peek and see that Anya and Bond are asleep together. Then they go closer to look, and Yor thinks she looks like an angel. It's 8 p.m. on the clock. Lloyd thinks that Yor is coming home late these days, but because of personal space, he does not want to ask her about this. Anya, playing with Bond, asks Lloyd for dinner. He says to wait until Yor arrives. Then door opens, and Yor arrives and apologizes for being late. Lloyd notices her grim expression and several cuts on her hand, and Anya welcomes her. He asks her for dinner, but she says she is not hungry. She tells them to eat and leaves, which makes Lloyd feel confused. Bond sees a vision, and Anya reads his mind, seeing that Mama is crying, and she wonders why Mother is crying. Yor stands by her room door, staring at her hand while thinking. If she fails, she will lose those two forever. Next day, in the office, Camilla is talking with her friends. Yor is packing her bag, getting ready to leave office. On her way, she buys something from a shop with a grim expression. Then she heads towards someone's house, and red droplets start leaking from her bag. Yor rings the doorbell, and Camilla opens the door. Camilla says with a grim expression, "We are doing this," and Yor nods yes. She notices and screams that Yor crushed all the tomatoes inside the bag, and Dominic arrives. Dominic comforts her, but she screams that he should have kept his mouth shut that day. 3 days ago, Yor told her friends that her cooking kept Lloyd in the washroom all day. She requests them to teach her how to cook. One friend has her housekeeper. Camilla tells her to learn somewhere else, and Dominic arrives. Dominic then signals Camilla for cooking help, and Yor requests her too. Camilla refuses, but Dominic offers his home for the first lesson, making her yell, "Shut up." Yor gets ready for cooking while Camilla feels frustrated, but Dominic tries to comfort her. She tells him to taste it all, but he already invites someone for this. Just then, Yor's brother Yuri arrives at the door to check her cooking. Just as Camilla thinks about Yuri, he grabs her hand to thank her for helping Yor. He thought it was a party, but they tell him it is a cooking class. She tells him to keep it secret from Anya and Lloyd, making him jealous of Lloyd. She decides to make minestrone, but Camilla calls her ingredients useless. Though Yor thought more ingredients tasted better, she tells her to peel potatoes, but she creates a bloody mess instead. Yor calls it her weapon, so Camilla corrects her while Yuri brings bandages. She uses a knife to chop too finely, so Camilla stops her from doing it. She accidentally slices the cutting board, making Camilla furious as Yor apologizes. While she yells at Yor, Yuri wonders who this person is treating his sister like this. Camilla shouts at her to get a divorce. Yuri thinks to himself that this is a great decision she should make. Then Yor begs her, saying she cannot get a divorce. After thinking a moment, she tells her to prepare the ingredients. Damien comes over and says that she has a soft side too. After a while, her dish is finally ready. Her dish looks lethal, and Damien asks Yuri to taste it. At the dining table, he takes his first bite and is shocked. He actually loves the dish and starts eating it continuously. But when Camilla and Damien take their bites, they both faint. Then Camilla stands up using the table. She tells her she actually followed the instruction, and they decide to make Chinese food. Then they make meatballs, and Yuri loves that dish as well. Eating it reminds him of his childhood, and Damien stops him from eating. Remembering Yor's parents died young, Camilla says Yuri can eat this train wreck because he is trained. Yor thought only nutrition mattered, so Damien appreciates Yuri for being alive. Camilla asks if she remembers any dish her mom made, so Yor asks Yuri. Then he remembers she used to make a delicious stew. Yor adds that there was an egg on top, so they decide to make it. Using a simple base, they start the preparation for the stew, and taking instructions from Camilla, she makes the dish. Camilla watches her and says she changed because she used to act robotic. Yor tells her maybe she changed because she is now married. Camilla replies she just changed her makeup, and Dominic comes and comforts her. He also smells Yor's dish and praises it. Her dish is finally ready, and Camilla tastes it. Camilla likes the dish, and Yuri loves it too. Yuri feels something is missing, so Camilla asks their nation. Yor says Eastern Nielberg. Then she takes cream from the fridge and mixes it into the dish, and they all taste the dish again. Yor and Yuri look at each other. The dish is great, and they leave. Camilla gets tired, and when Dominic looks at her, she asks, "Now what?" He calls her a cutie, which makes her feel shy. At home, Lloyd is feeding Bond and thinks about teaching him guarding skills. Meanwhile, Anya's stomach growls hungrily. She tells Lloyd, and Yor arrives home too. Lloyd welcomes her. They head to the kitchen, and he asks about her bag. She puts down the bag and announces she will make dinner. Hearing this shocks them both, and while cooking she reveals she was learning. Lloyd asks if it is stew, and Yor confirms her mother used to make it. Her stew is ready, and Anya and Lloyd fearfully pick up their first bite. They taste the dish and actually like it. They praise her cooking, and hearing this brings tears to her eyes. She starts crying, and Lloyd asks, "Is something wrong?" She cries looking at their faces, thinking she belongs to this family for a reason, for her assassination job, and she never dreamed of having them. Simple things like their smiles make her happy, and she feels confident now. She promises to focus on being a wife and mother, making Lloyd happy, and presents a new dish. She serves them a second dish, and they faint after eating it. Next day, Lloyd is walking inside an alley. Frankie is waiting there, and Lloyd asks him if it's an urgent meeting. Frankie says he is falling in love, so Lloyd wishes him luck and leaves. He stops Lloyd, asking for dating tips since he thinks Lloyd is a pro. Lloyd starts walking away. He threatens to expose him to the secret police, making Lloyd glare. He refuses to actually do it, but offers to make Lloyd manager for this favor. Then they talk at the shop, where he shares the girl's name and her work. He starts sharing her birth date, blood type, weight, and height. He even shares her family members' favorite movie, and Lloyd calls him a stalker. Frankie argues Lloyd investigates their enemies, but Lloyd replies, "It's his work." Frankie replies, "He is also doing it to prove his love." Lloyd says since he did this much, he can handle the rest himself. Then he asks Lloyd to work together. He puts both his hands together and begs Lloyd for help. Lloyd tells him to check her details and make a plan, so Frankie thanks him. A moment later, he finishes writing. He creates a conversation chart for him using the given details. He tells him to ask simple questions like favorite food, which yields 4 answers. Each of those answers has a response, which leads to further responses, and he must memorize this entire chart. Hearing this plan, He gets angry. He demands a foolproof plan which even Lloyd did not have. Lloyd suggests giving him instructions secretly, but Frankie refuses, and Lloyd suggests practicing together. Frankie refuses, and later Lloyd disguises himself as the girl to talk. They continue practicing until night, and Frankie is prepared for tomorrow. He is ready for the date, and he leaves. Lloyd worries about Frankie's failure, and he visits that girl himself the next day. She welcomes Frankie, which makes him shy and starts stammering. Meanwhile, the Forger family is also heading toward an obstacle course. On their way, they spot Frankie. Anya goes up to him to mention the obstacle course, and he finds it fun. Lloyd asks about the date, so he replies that they talked charmingly until she left to check the gas. Just then, Anya reads his mind, pats his hand and stares at him. Inside a bar, he is complaining angrily about his failed date. When the bartender asks him, he rudely snaps and orders the cheapest beer. He starts crying, saying he promised Lloyd and got rejected by the girl. The bartender serves him expensive wine. He says he ordered cheap beer, but the bartender says it is from that gentleman. And Lloyd is sitting there, having stopped for a quick drink. Frankie asks about the obstacle course. Lloyd lets them go along together. Frankie thinks Lloyd came to laugh at him, so Lloyd brings up Frankie's own advice. He recalls the advice to stay detached, explaining that he still gets no happy ending with her. He mentions Lloyd has a family, but Lloyd replies it is just for the mission. Frankie replies his mission is to get drunk on his dunk. At the school, Becky greets Anya good morning and asks if she watched yesterday's love show. As she explains the show, Anya replies she only watches cartoons. Becky calls her childish because Anya has no interest in romance shows. Anya asks if romance means flirting, but Becky calls her too young and explains love. Meanwhile, Damien is also walking over with his friends. Seeing him, Anya starts planning to make friends by mentioning Bond. She thinks he will invite her home to see the dog. She thinks she will go to his house and continue her mission. To make this plan succeed, she brings a family photo featuring Bond. She expects him to look at Bond's photo in shock and call her to his home. Thinking about this, Anya smiles. Following her plan, she drops the photo so Damien notices it. But he walks straight without looking, leaving Anya shocked. Becky tells her to let them go, suggests someone mature, and notices she dropped something. She picks up the photo and looks at it, feeling stunned. She finds Lloyd very handsome and asks Anya if he is her dad. Anya says her dad is married, so Becky asks to keep the photo. She runs away with the photo. Anya chases her. In class, Mr. Henry teaches art and craft because Mr. Roan is sick. He gives them a task to make an animal structure using the given materials, asking them to work in groups with limited resources. Everyone replies, "Yes, sir." While Damien's friends are excited, Damien has no interest in it. Then he hears some students saying senior professors will review today's project, and he also decides to take this task seriously. The teacher announces the groups, placing Anya and Damien together. Hearing this, Damien gets upset and tells Anya not to trouble him. Becky says they are in different groups. Anya asks for the photo, but Becky runs away. The teacher tells both of them to sit in their places. Anya decides to make Bond's structure and show it to Damien, and the teacher starts. They all start building, and the teacher keeps an eye on everyone. The teacher thinks this test will reveal their cooperation, flexibility, and teamwork skills. Then he notices Becky and asks her what she is making. She builds a model of Anya's dad along with a combat suit. Seeing her project, the teacher reminds her to create an animal with creativity. Becky responds that humans are also animals, shocking the teacher because she is right. The teacher leaves, but Becky thinks calling handsome Lloyd an animal is wrong. Meanwhile, Anya also looks at Damien while working. She puts the model of her dog Bond in front of Damien, and she tells him that she has named it Bond. Damien mocks her for naming trash, ruining Anya's plan. Damien's friend asks what he is making, so he shows him a chart. He is making a griffin, his family crest, which he thinks is a chimera's relative. He then tells everyone at the table to save paper for his project. It is his family symbol, and he plans to show it to his father. He expects that his father will see it and appreciate him for representing this symbol. Damien thinks about all of this, and Anya reads his mind. Anya makes a new plan to help him finish making it. She expects that Damien will praise her in front of his father. Meanwhile, Damien gets confused while making it. Anya calls out to him, offering her help and sharing her paper. He tells her to make her own, but Anya's project is ready, so he asks if she will submit this. He accepts her help, and Becky feels happy while watching them. He gives her paper and tells her to make the legs. Even the teacher silently appreciates their teamwork. Anya finishes making the legs but adds jets, thinking they will help it fly. Then he calls it stupid and angrily tells her to make the wings instead. Anya finishes the wings, and Damien yells at her again for making them wrong. Anya replies it will fly with a jet engine, making Damien angrily tell her to stop wasting paper. Another girl tells him to stop being angry, so he shouts at her, and the teacher arrives. The teacher explains to him to behave like a gentleman. He thinks she ruined the project that he wanted to show his father. The teacher tells him to try making the project with the materials left. Anya reads his mind and hears everything, and then time is up. All students start submitting their projects, and Anya is crying, while saying sorry to Damien. She gives him another project she made, a female griffin, which he thinks is garbage. Anya tells him to put the two griffins together, but he asks why, and she replies that love can make you fly to the sky. Soon, the professors come to review the projects and spot their griffin. Then we see Henry Henderson standing in front of Damien. Damien finds out his project won first place. The professor saw a country recovering from war and a hero in the bird. Damien is confused by this, and his friends praise him. He mentions that the professor actually burst into tears seeing that little griffin. Anya tells him that he can show the project to his father, but he refuses to show that garbage, leaving Anya shocked. Even her griffin plan fails. Later we see Damien at home, talking on the phone. Someone on the phone asks him to come for the holidays, but he refuses. He asks if his father is away, and the person replies that Demetrius is coming, but he refuses due to exams. And though he starts to mention his art class, he stops. Damien asks if they told his father about what happened on entrance ceremony day. He replies that he told him and his father was worried about him. He knows they are lying, says he must go, hangs up, and feels sad. And he thinks that his father is not worried about him. Then he goes back and calls out to his friends. He asks them to study after dinner, and they agree, and he thinks to himself that he will have to become an imperial scholar. Elsewhere, the teacher is looking at the project and thinking about the top prize. After all of this, we see the introduction of Handler. She works at the Ostania embassy, unofficially spying with many agents. Because of her performance, the staff call her the Full Metal Lady. Out on a public street, Handler is walking, and two people are keeping an eye on her. And she thinks, good job for hanging on this far. While walking, she thinks about the same outfit, the same shop, and the same routine life. Following her Wednesday routine, she goes to the public pool, and they are still spying. She follows Sylvia's routine to confuse them, and they are waiting outside. They think she always visits this pool, but inside she changes her outfit and look. She walks out of the pool to meet Twilight for a meeting. She passes in front of them, but they do not recognize her. She silently calls them careless and leaves. Reaching Twilight, she discusses the status of Operation Strix. She asks about Desmond's company, but Twilight notices her coat tag. He wonders how to tell the Full Metal Lady about her coat tag. Then we see the introduction of Twilight, codename Lloyd. He is a dedicated agent fighting for peace who abandoned ordinary happiness. Looking at Handler, he thinks that meeting her is highly risky. He signals her to show the direction of the people who are following her. He gestures to cancel the meeting, but she signals him to reach point C. This is how they exchange information to maintain East-West peace. At the meeting, she asks him for an update on Operation Strix. He tells her his daughter can jump onto a 2-level box and can jump 5 times in a row. Hearing his words, Handler wonders why he is telling her all this. We see Henry Henderson. He announces the exam date and says the top student gets a Stella Star. Failing students get a Tonatrus Bolt, and he reveals the recent history test results. While Becky feels nervous about the test, Anya says she studied hard. Anya's name is announced. She gets 13 marks, so the teacher calls her after school. Damien shares his 91 score, leaving Anya shocked. Soon, during class, Anya smiles while plotting her plan. She plans to top the class by reading Damien's mind, but the teacher spots her smile and gives her extra homework. Because of the homework, it gets late, and she sees the moon. She runs inside the house and asks Lloyd how the moon will look in 2 weeks. He says it will be a new moon and reminds her about the exams. He tells Anya he will teach her, but she thinks about her superpowers. Her superpower vanishes during eclipses, which happen to be on the exam day. This prevents her from cheating, so she panics and runs to Bond. She asks him to foresee the exam questions, but he envisions dinner, making her happy. She forgets about the exam and goes to eat dinner. She goes to sleep and wakes up shocked, remembering she didn't study. Then Lloyd says he is off work and will teach her today. He worries that with 4 subjects, she might get a Tonatrus Bolt and miss the Stella Star. He thinks he must do something to stop her from failing, but she is reading her father's mind, so she cannot concentrate on studying. Meanwhile, Yor suggests inviting Yuri over to help teach Anya. Lloyd agrees with her, and later Yuri arrives. Seeing him, Lloyd thinks to show marriage items while Yuri thinks Lloyd must work on holidays. Yor introduces him, and then Anya introduces herself to him. Anya reads his mind, finding his thoughts about his sister, and she feels weird. Anya feels heartburn, so Yor tells her to take a break before studying. During the tea break, Lloyd asks him about that ministry day. Lloyd thinks he knows Twilight replaced the minister, and Yuri thinks he is mocking him. Meanwhile, Anya reads his mind, thinking it is spy versus police. Anya gets excited, but Lloyd tells her to study. Lloyd leaves, thinking he will get mission time, and Anya starts studying. Yuri came because of his sister, wondering what to teach her. Then he gives her the most difficult question to solve. Anya solves it. Yuri says she needs no more studying, but she realizes she can't cheat in the exam. Then she says that she had only guessed it. He yells at Anya, but Yor tells him to explain calmly. If she fails, they will expel her, so Yor requests him. He happily agrees, but remarks that Anya does not know anything. Hearing this, Anya promises to study hard and take care of her, leaving Yuri shocked. Yor then leaves to make snacks, making Yuri realize she cares about her sister. He remembers she is his sister, Steeler's daughter, but he will help improve her grades. Because this will make his sister praise him, he begins teaching. He corrects her mistakes in her studies, while Yor watches them. She remembers that Yuri used to study with her like that in childhood. Then he asks Anya if she likes studying. She says no and asks if he likes it. He explains he was once powerless, but wanted to help his sister, so he studied hard. He also learned many languages to become a lawyer or journalist. He also studied chemistry to become familiar with the human body and pharmacy. He also studied math and physics to give his sister a comfortable life. In the end, he became a diplomat, but his knowledge helped, and he shares wise advice. Hearing that knowledge is power, Anya starts thinking about puppy power. She asks if studying will let her build rockets and medicine. He replies, yes, so she asks about conquering the world. Then he motivates Anya to move to the next question. Yor overhears them and says, don't teach her weird stuff. After studying, Yuri asks how she liked grammar. She replies, what is grammar? He gets angry and leaves, realizing he must also study, thinking that if he were intelligent, he would have caught Twilight that day. Yor thinks that Yuri does not have patience. She thinks about cookies, but Yuri comes back, eats them, and goes away. Then Yuri hears vomiting and Bon begins sniffing those cookies. Anya wonders if she could read the clock and defuse the bomb that day. She could help her papa's mission, so she tells Yor she is going to study. Lloyd returns, and Yor tells him that Anya is studying hard. He looks at Anya's notebook and sees things related to a foreign language. But none of that is for the exam, so he thinks Operation Strix is doomed. 2 weeks later, Becky says the day has come, but Anya mentions her power. She understands nothing about her power, but ignores it and wishes her all the best. Then the teacher starts the exam, and all the students get ready. Later, the exam ends and some people carry the answer sheets away. They talk about how the exam was hard and enter a pin into the locker. They say parents who change grades might come as the locker opens. Because top students hold the country's future, they take the sheets inside. Meanwhile, Lloyd is on the roof to save Operation Strix from Anya's failing grades. Anya thinks she will pass, but Lloyd knows better, and he decides to change her answer sheet. And he enters school disguised as a professor to avoid security. He must complete this mission without leaving any evidence. He sees someone hiding there who is not school staff. Lloyd suspects him, and his name is Daybreak, a spy. He also comes to change someone's answer sheet, and thinks about Twilight. He thinks Lloyd came here from the west, and he wants to fight him. And this is his first mission. Lloyd wonders if he has same reason and thinks he is a spy. Daybreak moves forward, and he sees security guards coming. He hides behind a pillar. Security does not notice, and Lloyd is shocked. Lloyd appreciates him, wondering if he is a superhuman spy. Daybreak tries to unlock gate, and Lloyd wonders what he will do, but he breaks gate's glass, making Lloyd worry he will alert security. Then Lloyd places a football nearby so it looks like a kid did it. Daybreak walks straight without caution, making Lloyd want to beat him. He suddenly hides behind a statue because security is right ahead. Statue falls by mistake, so guard sees him and asks for his ID. To save himself, he claims he belongs to the information department. He threatens to call the police, and Lloyd worries things will get messed up. Lloyd steps in and asks about the dropped card, but Daybreak says no. Lloyd hints he cannot enter without it, so he says it is his card, handing over the card. Lloyd spots mission hints on his hand and suspects a trap. They go inside, and Daybreak thanks him, but Lloyd remembers roll number on his hand. Lloyd wonders if he came to increase Desmond's brother's score. Daybreak tries to open locker using code written on hand. It fails to open. He leaves for the washroom, though Lloyd knows there is none. After Lloyd opens the locker, Daybreak suddenly hits him. He drags unconscious Lloyd inside and starts searching for answer sheet. Lloyd pretends to be unconscious, while Daybreak struggles to open the case. Daybreak finishes the job and starts celebrating. He thinks he beat Twilight and decides to eat meat today. Lloyd tells him in his mind to go home, while Daybreak imagines appearing in newspaper, but that cannot happen because he is an actual spy. He starts signing autographs, so Lloyd gets up to shout at him, realizing he has regained consciousness. He starts pretending to be a professor again. As Lloyd prepares to attack, Daybreak says he does not even know who he is. Instead, he reveals he is a spy and introduces himself. He says he will tell everyone about himself and then rolls away. Looking at the answer sheet, Lloyd wonders that Desmond's brothers' grades are so weak. He realizes Daybreak came to make them fail, likely hired by Desmond's enemy, but if they fail, he faces trouble, so he corrects their answers. After fixing their marks, he begins searching for Anya's sheet. Looking at Anya's answer sheet, he becomes confused. 5 days later at school, all the kids including Damien check their ranks. His name is 11th, meaning he is second in line for a Stella Star. Anya and Becky also check their ranks. Becky is in 46th place. They cannot find Anya's name, but she already knows her rank by reading her dad's mind. Becky finds her name at 213. She wishes her better luck next time, and Damien says she at least passed. Anya thinks that her father will be happy with her. Damien is confused looking at her, but Becky appreciates her positivity. Anya shows the result to Lloyd. He says she failed in every subject. Lloyd decides to be stricter, but Yor appreciates her marks. He also thinks that at least she did well enough and saved the mission. Anya reads his mind and feels happy, but he tells her to study with him. Then we see Daybreak, whose mission failed, and he got fired. We see George's father inside the Glooman Company office. He is talking about the company going bankrupt cause of Desmond Group. He hesitated to tell George about the company closing, but George overheard everything. Next day at school, students are sweeping the school ground. Becky talks about the exams ending, and Anya's dad is also happy she got no bolts. Becky asks her if Lloyd is strict, and she replies he is a monster for the mission. She says her dad must look cute when angry, while Damien starts swinging a broom. He blows dust and makes them cough, while his friends praise him. Many girls come to him and start talking. They ask to study with him, making Becky angry to see. Meanwhile, Anya also wants to study with Damien. While Becky talks to Anya, George passes by, and Anya reads his hateful thoughts. He is thinking that he will never forgive Damien. Anya asks her about George, and she explains he is their classmate. He thinks he made plans, but Damien still got a Stella. He even sent a spy to fail him, making Anya realize it was his spy. Becky asks her about liking Damien, but she asks about George instead. He wants to expel Damien and pulls something out of his pocket. He throws away a cigarette and claims that Damien threw it. Damien denies it, but George calls the professor. While Damien reaches out his hand, he fakes a fall and tells the professor that Damien pushed him down. The professor starts scolding him, and Damien's friends speak up to protect him. Knowing they are his friends, the professor does not trust them. Then Anya speaks up for Damien, making the professor think that Anya got a tonitrus bolt on her first day, meaning she is trouble. The professor leaves it to them, and a confused Damien asks Anya. Anya says it will cause trouble if he leaves. Then Becky praises her. She asks him about Damien, but he says he could handle it himself. George also starts shouting, so Damien grabs him and asks why he did it. He says everything is over because his company went bankrupt. Damien says it's not his fault, but he replies it was his family's company. Damien's friend also says he heard about the Desmond Group on the news. He says if Damien failed, his company would be safe and not bankrupt. Damien says his family made this decision, and Becky supports his view. Then he says because of this decision, he cannot attend school. After going bankrupt, he must leave school and feels envious of Damien. He thinks Damien got a Stella Star for being rich, leaving him a loser. Damien's friends defend his hard work and call George a loser. Then he starts crying, saying he also wanted to enjoy this school. Damien gets confused seeing him cry while throwing leaves around. He thinks he is trash picking up trash, so Damien stops him from doing it. Then he falls to his knees crying, so Damien offers him juice. Damien says this will help, and he replies that he likes juice. He wants to drink it on his last day, so Damien's friend brings it. He thanks them, and then he looks over at the cafeteria, and he starts talking about visiting the cafeteria for the last time. Damien takes him to the cafeteria, where he eats his favorite dish. Then he says he wants to wear a Stella Star just once. Damien gets angry, but George gets emotional again. He gives him the star, and he happily spins around wearing it. Then Damien's friends shout he is using luck, and he gets emotional again. He starts crying that he will be sold in Westalis and on the black market. He cannot even live his last moments happily, and yells at Damien. Then Anya pats his back, saying West people are good. thinking of her dad. He thinks they are so kind for praising Westalis without knowing anything. Seeing all the care, tears well up, and he starts crying. Then he tells them that he stayed for a singing performance, and he asks them to sing. Becky starts singing. Everyone joins in, and Damien dances to it. Damien's friends also sing with their hands on George's shoulder, and he joins too. They start singing, which makes George's face light up. Because of their performance, he silently thanks them. He decides to remember this memory forever, and starts leaving school. Damien stops him and gifts him his favorite stationery. He tells him, "Don't forget about us," and George starts crying. The remaining students also come to give him gifts. They all wish him good luck and give him their wishes. He promises never to give up and then starts leaving. All the students wave at him and say goodbye. At home, Anya tells the whole story to her parents. Lloyd explains they are not bankrupt, just bought out. George's father also tells him that the Desmond Company saved them. Leadership will change, but he will receive insurance. He also says that he does not want to be the CEO anymore. George asks him if he will not be sent to Westalis and asks about school. He tells him to go to school normally, and the next day he goes. All the students stare at him, and he turns red with embarrassment. Becky taunts him as she leaves, and Damien also mocks him. Anya pats him, making this an embarrassing day for him. Back at home, Anya is sleeping, and Lloyd enters the room to wake her for school. Her breakfast is ready, and he tells her to wash up and change. She falls back asleep, gets late for school, and rushes through breakfast. Lloyd tells Yor that being late brings punishment and expulsion after 8 Tonatrus bolts. Yor finds the rules strict and drops Anya at the bus. Lloyd then says he is leaving for the hospital, and Yor plans to visit City Hall. He leaves. Yor says goodbye, and starts doing housework. She sees Bond leaving the room, noticing he woke up late today too. She enters Anya's room and spots her dress on the table. Yor realizes she left this at home, which could get her expelled from school. She worries if this happens, Anya will go bad and move away, and she decides to take the dress to Anya. She runs toward the bus stop, hoping the bus will stop there. Yor worries about managing time, and a pot falls from a window before it falls. Yor kicks it back to the window. Then she spots an alley and starts moving through it using parkour. She jumps with ropes and crosses buildings to move. After all these stunts, she reaches the school. She wonders where Anya is, or if the classrooms are all separate. She remembers that getting late or forgetting things brings punishment. Yor must secretly find her and deliver the item. Seeing some students coming, she climbs a wall to hide. In class, one kid talks about seeing a climbing spider woman. Just as his friend says it is fake, he sees Yor outside and panics, and she leaves, thinking she must not appear in front of anyone. She thinks about disguising herself as a teacher, but worries students will crowd around. She thinks it's a bad idea and looks toward the school farm. Seeing the farm animals, she remembers they are from the entrance exam. A cow accidentally steps on a pig's tail, causing chaos. Yor leaves from there so that nobody spots her. Lloyd spots her and wonders if she came to spy on him. He notices she is holding something while Yor is looking inside for Anya. Yor keeps searching for her and finds Anya. She tells her to be quiet and pulls her aside. She returns her thing and asks if the P class has started yet. Then Anya tells her there is no P class, shocking Yor. She drops to her knees crying, "Oh no," and Anya pats her, heading back. She thinks the time was wasted and Lloyd approaches. He is visiting a home patient and asks Yor why she is out. She tells Lloyd the whole story, and he appreciates her for bringing the uniform. Lloyd then thinks it was no big deal, needing no further questions. Yor says she couldn't help, wishing she had arrived on time, feeling like a failure. Lloyd thinks she shouldn't feel down and offers to have lunch with her. At school, the teacher asks students to research their parents' professions. He suggests asking parents, local businesses, or other teachers. He asks them to write a full research report by Friday. Damien's friend asks if he will talk to his father, and Becky plans to ask her father. Then she asks Anya, who asks her mother. She tells Yor she was asked to go and observe her parents' jobs. She starts thinking if she would explain her assassination job. Yor imagines explaining that she chose this job to protect her brother. In her mind, she explains to the shopkeeper it is noble country service. Then the phone rings and they receive their next target. In her mind, she visits the target with Anya. She tells her that her job is eliminating targets, not innocents. She then starts moving toward the target and the security with her weapon. Thinking this work saves many lives, she does it passionately, that the enemies are human too. She keeps their final moments painless. As she attacks the target in her mind, blood splashes onto Anya. Reading Yor's mind, Anya decides it is better to ask her father. Yor agrees that it would be better. Just as Lloyd arrives home, Anya welcomes him, explains everything, and 2 days later, at Berlin Hospital, Lloyd, who works there, takes Anya, warning her not to disturb anyone. He thinks he joined this huge hospital to gather famous people's information. Anya reads his mind and takes notes, but he says nothing noteworthy. Talking together, they move ahead, and Lloyd puts on his lab coat. He says few wear this coat, but he does to look like a doctor, asking Anya to question him. Anya asks why he chose psychiatry, and he starts thinking. He explains that, like getting a cold, some people catch colds in their hearts. Anya mentions Damien's insult, but Lloyd tells her to get back to the topic. He just wants to help patients, including those affected by war. Lloyd thinks that if Desmond falls sick, he will come here, and Anya notes it. Anya asks her next question about the atmosphere, and they meet the staff. They ask if she is his daughter, and Lloyd tells Anya to say hello. Everyone finds Anya cute. She notes the good atmosphere, and Lloyd asks her too. She asks them about her dad's work behavior, and everyone praises him. They say her father earned a good reputation right after transferring. They call Lloyd for meetings, and Anya asks if he is popular. He denies it, saying he just likes socializing, thinking it helps gather information. He thinks being social prevents spy suspicions, which Anya notes down. Lloyd asks why she writes when he is silent. Anya asks about job difficulties. Lloyd answers that doctors can never read people's minds. Anya smiles, so Lloyd asks why and explains they ask questions since minds can't be read. He thinks spying is similar, except it involves deception instead of help. While the staff give Anya treats, Lloyd says the interview is over, making her serious. They call Lloyd great and suggest a clinic, but he says he is busy with research. He must manage both missions and the hospital. Then the staff return to work. Anya wants to watch him work, but he cannot show her for privacy reasons. He shows his workplace, but Anya calls it a normal room, not an operating room. Lloyd says it makes patients comfortable. While Anya searches for machines, she begins exploring the room, but Lloyd tells her not to touch anything. Behind that bookshelf is a secret passage, which Anya discovers by reading his mind. Then an agent knocks. He asks Anya if her homework is done so she can leave. Anya asks to stay, so Lloyd gives her a sandbox to play with. He uses that sandbox to test patience, but Anya thinks it's boring. Lloyd warns her not to touch anything and leaves for 10 minutes. Anya gets ready with lenses while Lloyd takes documents from the agent. To hide his identity, he has allies in the hospital and receives a new mission. He asks about his schedule. She mentions Anya is attached to him. He says she is unpredictable. The agent worries and Anya accesses the secret gate. She goes inside through that narrow space. She hears voices and peeks in to see a meeting happening. They are talking about someone who has abnormalities in the brain. Anya listens to them, but accidentally shakes a pipe, alerting everyone. She thinks they will find the secret path, but they ignore it. They continue their meeting again. Anya decides to go to her father, but her foot gets stuck. This shifts their attention to the rooftop, realizing a child is up there. Anya manages to pull her foot out of there. They say that it must be a patient's ghost up there. After that, they decide to continue their meeting. Anya returns to the room, reads her father's mind to know he arrived, and heads toward the sandbox. Lloyd enters the room and finds Anya playing with the sandbox and toys. This game helps read minds. He is shocked by how Anya placed the toys. He sees this for the first time. Anya messed everything up, and he asks why the doll is buried. She explains they are defeated by bad guys, which Lloyd cannot understand. He thinks he was busy with work while Anya was stressed. He thinks she hides like other kids and lives in darkness. Blaming himself, he decides to fix everything and promises Anya a spy toy. He tells her to write the report at home and checks her notebook. Lloyd is unable to read her handwriting. Anya asks to write the report herself. Lloyd agrees, and they head home. Yor asks if she saw Lloyd's batting therapy. Lloyd says it is only for extreme cases. She explains how he beats patients, and Lloyd stops her. Next day at school, students read their reports to the teacher. Then Anya's turn comes, and she talks about her father's hospital. Her father works hard, conducting research to help his patients. Becky likes her words, and the teacher realizes it is Lloyd Forger. Anya then talks about targets and a secret passage, making everyone stare. Hearing her, Damien gets confused and the teacher is shocked. Then we see Lloyd with the handler, revealing he was called to school but saved himself with his conversation skills. Next we see a spy in an alley, who sees a secret code and asks to wait by the pool. All of this is just a show Anya is watching on television, and she starts writing the code. Lloyd calls out to her, and she starts hiding the code. He says he cannot understand her code, thinking about her messy handwriting. Even with decoding skills, he cannot read it, and leaves after telling her to finish her homework. Then Anya gets an idea and approaches Yor for help, and she says that she can write down whatever Anya says. She gets Yor to write the code and goes to Bond. She places the code inside Bond's mouth, and when the mailman arrives, she tries to slip it into his bag. The mailman tells her to add a stamp, which rejects her secret code. Some women are talking, and Anya drops something into their bag. Looking at the code, they say their son also made the same one after watching a spy cartoon. They gossip that she is pretending to be a spy, and then Henry appears. He asks her about Lloyd, so she nods no, and he begins to leave. Anya slips the code into his pocket. He asks if it's a message, and she nods no. She says it is a secret, leaving him confused. And the next day at school, Anya gives Becky the code. She asks if it's a letter, but Anya nods no. Becky asks if it's a quiz, but Anya calls it a secret and walks away. Anya walks up to Damien. She gives Damien the code, calling it a secret, which angers him. He yells at Anya, asking why he should solve her code. At home, Anya sets her alarm and sleeps, wondering who will come tomorrow. She dreams she is a spy and someone has come by cracking the code. Then we see Henry drop the code from his pocket and read it. Looking at the handwriting, he thinks a woman wrote it, and he smells it. He figures it out, thinking the girl gave it to Anya so she would give it to him, and he goes to the pool tomorrow with flowers. He arrives at the exact time according to the code. His eyes are red since he didn't sleep from excitement. He wonders why she used a code, thinking she loves mysteries. He solves the code and sees me. Back at home, Anya's alarm rings. Bond tries to stop the alarm, and Anya sleeps remembering her code. It is a normal day. Handler is talking about Twilight's mission, and she assigns Fiona to be a part of the joint mission. Fiona works at General Hospital, and she is an agent helping Twilight. She says this mission won't impede Operation Strix, and Fiona asks for the operation status. The mission is going slow, and Fiona says she should be there first. She claims she could play Lloyd's wife better, but Handler disagrees. She says if the forger wife is out of the game, Handler stops her. Fiona starts leaving, and people outside step aside, seeing her. They gossip that she is stealing Twilight's achievements for her own success. Her wicked, impudent nature and mission obsession can scare anyone. Codename Nightfall. She has an ambition. At home, Yor washes the dishes while thinking about the breakfast she made. That she failed to make breakfast today. Lloyd had to make lunch today, and she wanted to learn more than stew. Just then, someone knocks on the door. Yor checks, and Fiona is there. Yor says hello, and Fiona introduces herself. She works with Lloyd at the hospital. Yor says, Lloyd is out walking the dog. Fiona knew he was out and returns the lens of Anya's magnifying glass. Yor thanks her and invites her into the house. Fiona accepts the invitation, and inside, Yor serves her coffee. Yor sits down with her, and Fiona starts sipping coffee. Yor stares because she's beautiful, but when Fiona asks, she says nothing. Fiona secretly wants her wife title, while Yor tells her Lloyd decorated this house. She plans to remove Yor if needed, while secretly praising her body language. Yor thinks this is their first guest besides Yuri and Henry. Fiona thinks removing Yor is risky, so she might provoke her to leave. Fiona asks about Anya, and Yor calls her cheerful. She says Anya must be hard to handle while mentally telling Yor to leave. Yor says it is not difficult because she loves her energetic nature. Yor says she enjoys being with Anya. Fiona thinks she's pretending to be a good mother. She says Lloyd has to handle the chores because she is not good at them. Fiona thinks Yor is unfit for the mission and claims Lloyd complains about her. Just then, Lloyd arrives with Anya and Bond, and Yor welcomes them. Lloyd asks why Fiona is there. She greets him, and Yor hands Anya a glass. Anya gets her magnifying glass, and Lloyd says thanks while wondering if it's an emergency. Lloyd hands his coat to Yor and uses sign language with Fiona about the mission. Anya reads their minds and finds out the lady is also a spy. They talk in sign language. Walking the dog is a part of the mission. Fiona signals that Yor should do these chores, asking if she disobeys him. When Lloyd asks, she says doing chores ruins a top agent's mission. While they talk using signs, Anya reads Fiona's mind. Anya sees she loves her father, cannot believe it, and looks again. In her mind, Fiona is saying, I love you to Lloyd. Seeing this, Anya gets confused. Fiona imagines herself as Lloyd's wife doing all the housework, and imagines giving him her salary and all the mission research. And Lloyd, being impressed, talks about leaving Yor for her. She imagines Lloyd proposing to her, and she happily agrees, and they are getting married, which is her plan. Anya reads her mind and discovers all of her plans. While she is thinking, Yor offers coffee and a cup of cocoa to Anya. She asks if Anya is okay, and it starts raining outside. Yor is making coffee for them. She starts thinking about Fiona saying Lloyd complains about her. She imagines Lloyd bad-mouthing her and proposing to Fiona. She gets scared thinking about this. She feels that if Lloyd thinks this way, it is not his fault. Then she serves Anya cocoa and brings coffee with milk to them. Fiona thinks she never saw Lloyd drink coffee with milk before. Watching Lloyd add milk, she realizes he has a side she never saw. She thinks he drinks coffee with milk just to stay in character. Lloyd thinks milk protects his stomach and regrets drinking coffee. Thinking about Fiona, Anya drops her cup and Yor helps her. Watching this, Fiona thinks Anya is careless and not trained well. When Bond steps forward, Lloyd yells, and Fiona thinks a wife should teach her daughter. She thinks as his wife she would train her. Anya reads her mind. Anya sees her teaching by hitting and thinks she does not want this mom. Fiona signals Lloyd about replacing his wife, then Anya clings to Yor. When Yor asks why, she calls her the best cocoa, making mom. Watching this, Lloyd gets confused while Fiona thinks she can also show love. Fiona offers to bring something. Anya refuses, and Yor says she is nervous. Lloyd tells her to play with Bond and she praises her family while playing. Anya calls herself a proud forger daughter and is happy with her family. Hearing this, Yor approaches Lloyd, promising to work harder for the family. Lloyd says okay, while Fiona thinks about training the daughter first. He says she works hard. Anya loves her, demanding no more. Yor promises to do better. Lloyd appreciates her, and Fiona listens. Fiona thinks his smile is fake, remembering the days when Lloyd trained her. Lloyd advised her to secure the mission and show no weakness. Defense member, black market dealer, secretary. Fiona has seen him in every role. She thinks she knows his fake smile. She knows he does this to hide his real emotions. Fiona lies about forgetting potatoes and says she needs to leave. Yor tries to stop her because of the rain, but she leaves. Lloyd thinks, take an umbrella, and goes to drop her at the station. Yor lets him go while it continues raining outside. Fiona walks in the rain, and Lloyd calls out to her. He offers her an umbrella, but she says she forgot to tell him the mission details. She says they share the next mission, and she looks at him sadly. Lloyd asks if she is okay, and she feels glad it is raining. She thinks the rain hides her tears and says they will talk at the hospital. After all, as spies, they must stay until the war ends. Even as a fake wife, she wants to stay with him. She says playing house made him weak, so she will prove herself in the next mission. She tells him not to stand in her way, wanting to prove she can be his wife, and she walks away. Then we see a cartoon playing on TV and Anya and Bond are watching. Lloyd tells her to brush and go to bed, but she is explaining the cartoon to Bond. Then, seeing a scene in the cartoon, both of them get shocked. Anya starts screaming at the scene, so Lloyd reminds her to go to bed. He asks why this cartoon is so dark. Before sleeping, Anya asks for her penguin toy. Anya holds her penguin toy and falls asleep. Bond watches her sleep, and in the morning, Anya's scream is heard. Lloyd enters the room, and she says the penguin is dying because it lost its stuffing. Anya cries. Lloyd notices bite marks, and Anya looks at Bond. She reads his mind and knows Bond did it. Anya angrily approaches him and says she hates him, shocking him. Then Yor arrives and tells her she will fix the penguin. Anya agrees, but Yor cuts the penguin's neck. Seeing this, Anya cries, it's dead, but Lloyd offers to buy another. Anya wants only this one, so Lloyd agrees to fix it. He tells Anya to do her homework, then Lloyd and Yor start fixing it. Meanwhile, Bond goes to the kitchen side and opens a drawer. He starts searching inside it, and Lloyd notices him. Anya cries while doing her homework, and Lloyd brings the penguin. She thinks it looks like Frankenstein, so Lloyd tells her to ignore it. Lloyd says the penguin fought like a hero to maintain peace. Anya asks. Lloyd says to ignore the scars. Bond enters, but she rejects him. He brought peanuts. Anya reads his mind. He is saying sorry. Then Lloyd gives some advice and tells her to forgive him. Anya thinks for a bit and picks up her penguin toy. Speaking for the penguin, she says it was injured and now ends the war. Anya apologizes for saying, I hate you. Then Bond jumps on her. They have fun together, and she signs peace between them. They go to play, and Lloyd wishes East and West did too. In the beginning, we see Fiona thinking about Twilight. She thinks the forger family's useless tasks are making him a worse agent. What he has become hurts her, but she still loves him. Fiona promises to love Lloyd forever and ever. She decides she must bring back the real agent inside Lloyd. She wants to take away the wife role from Yor. Then, we see the introduction of Cavi Campbell. Fiona talks about his business and says he has an expensive painting. They must steal this painting because its original owner was Colonel Eric Zacharies. Lloyd explains that this colonel played a key role in stopping the war. Fiona explains he has information that could start a war again. It is known as the Zachary's dossier nowadays. This file has east and west details, but nobody knows where it is. Lloyd says this information is inside the artwork. Fiona replies her intel confirms it. The painting hides a code, maybe, and Fiona warns that the Austania government will find it soon. Fiona says they must get that file. Lloyd agrees. It can cause big trouble for everyone. Lloyd asks where the painting is. Fiona says it is inside the Campbell mansion basement. The high security there will kill anyone, so it is very risky. Lloyd asks about the plan, and then we see a tennis court. Many people are cheering because a tennis match is happening. People are getting angry because they lost their match bets. Lloyd and Fiona enter as tennis players because it is an easy way in this tournament. Called Campbellton, rich people bet their money. Normal people can also bet, and the winners choose any artwork they want. Lloyd asks why it is underground tennis. Fiona replies he likes tennis. She says winning completes the mission, and their names are announced. They walk ahead, and the announcer calls them a married couple. Lloyd feels confused while Fiona is secretly happy, and their opponents are ready. Lloyd says they face the champions, and Fiona asks if he has played. He says he only played with his family, and a flashback shows them playing. He says he lied to his family about playing with patience. Fiona thinks he will not need excuses after a few days. She tells him to leave the rest of the game to her. She thinks about becoming his wife for Operation Strix and says she will handle everything. Lloyd remembers what the agent said about Fiona being ruthless. Now they face the opponents who start mocking them. They say they trained hard for this easy match. Lloyd wishes them a good match, but the opponents call it a slaughter. The match starts, and Lloyd gets ready for his first serve. Lloyd hits his first serve so fast they do not notice it. Fiona praises his skills and thinks he said he could not play. Lloyd scores many points, which makes the opponents angry. They target Fiona and throw the ball to her side. She also hits a powerful shot and takes the point. Lloyd praises her shot, so Fiona wants to show off. She imagines Lloyd holding her and asking her to be his life partner. Fiona gets into powerful tennis moves to win. She defeats the opponents with her skills. The speaker announces the match as the funny couple wins. Campbell and his associates watch the surprising victory from their balcony. An associate claims that the couple cannot beat the Bollock brothers. Another man says those brothers are hopeless and drug addicts. He explains they are using a secret drug called Oso. This special chemical transforms them into massive muscular giant men. Lloyd says she promised no risks, so she tells him to give his best. Then we see Yor is distracted and drops the tennis ball while practicing. Anya notices her mother is lost in thought, but Yor refuses. Yor worries that Lloyd might replace her with his female co-worker. She thinks about losing her family and going back to her cold life. Anya reads her mind, thinks about removing Fiona, but stops herself. She comforts her, and Yor wonders if she heard her thoughts. Anya tells her that father will win and bring the trophy. Yor replies nothing is difficult for Lloyd. He defeats everyone. Those giant brothers step forward, and Lloyd questions their changed appearance. Fiona tells him that weapons, cheating, and drugs are allowed here. Those brothers took drugs and start scaring the cheering crowd. They break the net and scare the commentator. Soon after, the announcement for the final round also begins. Everyone watches those brothers, and Lloyd plans to save his stamina. The giant brothers crush the tennis ball with their strength. Those giant brothers walk toward Lloyd and Fiona. They start insulting Lloyd, telling him to go change his diaper now. Lloyd remains calm while Fiona gets furious. Those giant brothers still continue to mock them. Both of them listen silently, and their match starts. The brothers lose. Lloyd says she hit too hard, and she says her hand slipped. Thinking they must die, she shocks the entire balcony audience. Someone tells Campbell that they will beat his team, but he says, "We will see." They defeat all the teams and reach the final. An assistant takes them to the restroom, telling them to rest before the final starts. Fiona says one final remains, wondering how Lloyd judges her performance. Lloyd says their next match is against Campbell's high school kids. They are trained and will do anything to win their father's tournament. Fiona claims she can easily defeat them, imagining becoming Lloyd's partner. Lloyd holds her hand, and she thinks she is not ready yet. He tells her to look at her hand, which has blisters. Lloyd warns it is difficult, but she insists they will win and complete the mission. He talks about his dead comrades, warning that spies die once they lose their cool. Lloyd says he already explained this, and she replies she understands. She thinks he cares, looking at him and thinking, "I love you." She keeps staring and saying, "I love you," leaving Lloyd shocked. Looking at her hand, she feels a strange tingling after Lloyd's touch and starts wondering. Looking at the vent, she asks Lloyd, and he tells her to hold her breath from the colorless gas. He understands the opponents played badly because they were weakened by the gas. Lloyd and Fiona talk in code while Lloyd checks the door. They can escape, but the guards will catch them, so they must live in the trap. Lloyd asks Fiona in code how long she can hold her breath. She replies 10 minutes, and the match announcement begins. The announcer calls the team names, and the betting audience cheers. Campbell thinks they should bet on that couple, and his associates do the same. They ask Campbell if he bet on his kids, and he says yes, 10 million. Campbell thinks the couple inhaled the gas, so his kids will win. Lloyd asks her if she is okay, but she has difficulty breathing. Meanwhile, the Campbell twins are talking about easily defeating the couple. The match starts, and the Campbell twins are ready with their modified rackets. Lloyd serves first, and Yor's brother quickly returns it with his modified racket. Fiona tries to stop it, but she fails to block it. He flexes his racket, saying handling it requires skill, not just cheating. Their match continues again. This time, Campbell's daughter extends her racket and hits a long shot. Watching this, the associates are shocked, and she retracts her racket. Both of them hit more powerful shots with their modified rackets. Playing like this, they easily score a lot of points. The Campbell twins win the first set, while the crowd insults Lloyd and Fiona. Fiona gets furious at Lloyd's mockers while Campbell laughs from the balcony. During the break, Lloyd looks at his hand and signals Fiona. The match resumes as Campbell serves, and Lloyd smashes it back. Campbell's daughter strikes next, and Fiona hits the ball back. They win the point, the brother serves, and Fiona strikes back. Campbell's daughter tries to stop it but fails, and Lloyd also hits and earns points. With this performance, they both make a comeback in the match. The brother signals a man, and when Fiona goes to throw, her foot sinks. Because of this, they lose the point. Lloyd tells her there are 36 ditches, she must be careful. She says they have more tricks. Lloyd says he won't lose. Lloyd asks her to support him, and she is impressed by him. She wonders if she wants to equal him, and his dreams are hers. Then she goes to him, readies her racket, and whispers, "I love you," in her mind. We see Lloyd dodging their trick and throwing the ball. The brother throws it back with a trick, and he sees Fiona above. She throws it back, and he misses the ball. He signals to raise the net, and Fiona hits the ball into it. Fiona asks Lloyd, and he tells her to throw using ballistic calculations. The match continues. The twins' trick fails and Lloyd hits a high shot. To win the match, the Campbell twins can do anything, even spraying smelly spray on the ball. But they cannot stand against those spies, and Lloyd appreciates Fiona. He says he is glad she is his partner, and she thanks him. Then she wishes this match never ends and thinks of tying it, but she cannot do it near victory. Lloyd thinks she is planning about the future. Campbell gets angry at them, and they plan to use their next trick. We see a duct. The game continues. The brother points at it, and Lloyd spots him. A sniper aims at Fiona from there, and Lloyd spots it. Lloyd runs to save her, and she starts thinking about it. Everyone thinks they are hugging, and the Campbell team brother says so. He wonders how Lloyd knew about the bullet. Meanwhile, Lloyd tells Fiona he is okay. He calls it a rubber bullet and says it came from the duct. Fiona apologizes, but he explains he is wearing a bulletproof vest. She gets impressed, and Lloyd stands up, shocking the Campbell team brother. Fiona tells Lloyd to take penalties for their extreme actions, but Lloyd says the officials work for them, and they need that painting. Lloyd says they can dodge the bullets, and Fiona promises her best. The referee asks, but he blames his sudden fall on having too much to drink. The match restarts. Lloyd is about to serve, spotting the brother's signal. He throws the ball with rapid movement, confusing the sniper. They contact their other snipers, and everyone starts shooting. They get frustrated, but their overconfidence makes reading the bullets easy for Lloyd. He tells Fiona to get ready, and Lloyd spots the ball boy involved too. They try tricks, but Lloyd isn't fooled. Fiona asks if two more are involved. Lloyd says they aren't a threat like the snipers, so they continue playing. They dodge all the tricks and play on, which shocks Campbell. With one throw, Lloyd hits the bullet and the ball, hitting the opponent. The referee asks, but he says nothing happened while the crowd watches seriously. He throws the ball, determined not to lose, and Lloyd jumps with his full power. Lloyd throws it back to win, making Campbell fall to his knees. The opponent tells Lloyd he won despite all the tricks, crying that he is disappointed. Lloyd encourages him, saying he is young and can still become a top player. Crying, he holds Lloyd's hand and promises to work much harder. Fiona appreciates Lloyd's behavior, while the opponent's sister calls the crying player stupid. Campbell cries watching them, but his associate mentions the money, and the manager approaches, whispering into his ear. He speaks while Lloyd watches them closely. Then Fiona shows the painting, stating this is what they want. But Campbell arrives, telling them they can take anything except that painting. Fiona says she chose it from the catalog, but Campbell insists on another one. Lloyd tells Fiona he received a call and they likely know about the code. He tells them to decide, so they ask to see the art to decide. He agrees and takes them to the art room, which Fiona finds impressive. He says few are allowed here and asks about her husband. She says he is resting. Fiona spots the painting there and asks what else they can take, and he tells her to choose. Fiona sets her bag down while the assistant asks Campbell about the lady. He says 10 minutes. He tells him to prepare the painting, and Fiona overhears everything. As he opens the photo, someone interrupts, and he claims he is checking it. He says they won't care, and the photo viewer arrives. They talk with each other, and he takes the painting away. The assistant asks Campbell about seeing Fiona off, and he says he can do it. He approaches Fiona, and they walk out of the mansion. Reaching the car, it reveals the assistant was Lloyd in disguise. He asks what reward she chose, and she shows the gift, which she has no interest in. Lloyd tells her to gift it to Handler, and she agrees. On their way, Lloyd admits he panicked when they said they couldn't give it. While checking the painting as the assistant, he swapped it with a fake. Lloyd tells her a special ink is needed behind it for the code. Fiona says they will keep searching for the fake code in the painting. They high-five each other that their mission is complete. Lloyd asks her to drop him off on the way, but she refuses, so Lloyd reminds her that he is married, because if the neighbors or the secret police suspect anything between them, it won't be good. Fiona starts thinking Lloyd has the wrong partner for Operation Strix. She drops him off, and he says to meet at the hospital. Just then, he sees Anya and Yor playing together and enjoying themselves. Fiona walks toward Yor, ignoring Lloyd calling out to her, and wishes Yor a good evening. She greets her back, and Lloyd comes over to explain the day. She asks her if she plays tennis. She says yes. Anya enjoys badminton too, and Lloyd credits their training. Seeing this makes Fiona feel jealous. She thinks she can make Lloyd stronger and asks if Yor excels at tennis. She challenges her to a match. Lloyd refuses, but she insists she has the energy. Reading her mind, Anya hears her saying, "I will crush you and beat your heart." She is thinking about taking over the wife's role in the Forger family. Lloyd tries to stop Yor, but she accepts the challenge. Anya reads Yor's mind, sees Fiona taking her throne, and starts watching them both. Then, she remembers Becky's words related to the TV show. She explained the wife and friend would fight for the hero, making Anya understand everything. And she draws a line to make a court for them. Lloyd and Anya watch and Fiona gets ready for the match. Fiona tells herself to give it all. Lloyd warns her, but she refuses. Yor throws the ball with all her strength, but the ball drops right there, leaving Fiona disappointed. The ball shatters into pieces, making Yor think she ruined it again. She asks Anya for another ball and returns to the match. Seeing this, Fiona wonders how she shattered the ball, and Yor takes another shot. Seeing the ball coming toward her, Fiona thinks it is coming faster than light, and she also hits that fast. But the ball's pressure was so high, she couldn't push it back. She pushes her racket while thinking about Twilight. She thinks she deserves to stand with him. She thinks they will travel the country, gaining energy from this. She tries to hit it, but her racket shatters, sending her to her knees. She cannot believe she lost, and Yor walks toward her. Swearing revenge, she gets into her car and drives away. She cries while driving, while Yor thinks she didn't mean to upset her. Lloyd says tennis is his favorite game, hoping Yor didn't suspect anything. Yor tells Lloyd she won, and Lloyd confirms it twice for her. She leaves. Lloyd feels exhausted, and they head back home. Anya feels hungry, and Lloyd suggests ordering from outside. The next day, Handler appreciates his work, and Lloyd asks about Nightfall. She left for training, and they discuss how simple the painting was to crack. They locate an address, send an agent to recover the diary, and she gives it to Lloyd. He reads the diary and finds some photos of actresses inside. The diary states he liked songs featuring beautiful, young ladies. Because of all these things, he had been beaten by his wife. He even took her to the show, but she understood nothing. She ordered him to throw away the albums, but he could not throw away the rare ones. He puts all his things into a box, so Lloyd asks if it wasn't about the war. Handler calls it a domestic situation, making Lloyd feel his effort was wasted. An agent says a Western diplomat arrives for the theater and tells them not to tell his wife. Lloyd insists the diary contains more, but Handler says they already checked it. Handler says nothing war-related was found, so consider it a victory, and Lloyd agrees. As Lloyd slams the book down, he spots the Colonel's family photo. An agent says he probably loved his family, so Handler asks why he kept the photo. The agent says it is because it is rare, while Lloyd thinks marriage is hard. And on his way out, Lloyd buys cupcakes from a cake shop. Back home, Anya and Bond play while Yor looks worried. Thinking about something, Yor hits a streetlight and walks away. Two women talking ask why she is sad, and Yor asks if she will be forgotten. She says, winning the tennis match wasn't worth anything and leaves. They say her husband is cheating, and Lloyd watches this, shocked. They speak badly about him, and Lloyd thinks Yor is worried about Nightfall. Then Lloyd thinks about what if Yuri tells his brother this, and he imagines Yuri saying he will put the entire secret police after him. Back at home, we see Frankie playing together with Anya. And Lloyd is going somewhere. Then a plate thrown by Frankie hits his head, and he asks if he is a babysitter. Lloyd says Yor has a misconception. Frankie gets angry, so Lloyd gives him money. Seeing the money makes him angry, but he takes it and goes back to playing. And Yor is walking in the market, and Lloyd calls out her name. They walk together. Yor asks the plan, and he suggests getting a drink. They go to a bar, and the shopkeeper gives her red wine. Yor thanks the shopkeeper. Lloyd orders his regular, and she feels nervous. Lloyd appreciates all her efforts. They cheer, and Yor is confused. She thinks he might introduce Fiona as his new wife and gets scared. Just as Lloyd mentions Fiona's name to her, she gets shocked. Yor thinks if he ends their relationship now, it will cause problems. Then she thinks they are married for a mission and shouldn't interfere. She thinks if he likes Fiona, she should step back instead, and Yor tries to talk to Lloyd about it but cannot. No voice comes from her throat. Maybe she wants to stay with them forever. Yor decides to speak for Lloyd's happiness and drinks the wine. It isn't enough, so she chugs Lloyd's bottle, and he tries to stop her. Yor yells, asking about Fiona, and Lloyd responds that he wants to discuss her. She screams that they are lovers, and Lloyd tries calming her. Lloyd explains they are only workmates, while the shopkeeper thinks being handsome is tough. She cries that she isn't good or pretty. While Lloyd asks if she's listening, Lloyd thinks Yor fears he will leave her over her poor abilities. He thinks this is jealousy, and seeing her cry, wonders if she has romantic feelings. But he is Twilight and had many relationships and missions, so he holds her hand, apologizing for mission benefit through a honey trap. He holds her hand, asking for trust. Lloyd shares his feelings, showing love, making her heart rate go up. Her heart rate maxes out. Lloyd proposes, and she excitedly kicks him. While Lloyd is falling, Yor worries, but he backflips and stands up. People clap for him, but he thinks it was a rejection kick. Lloyd realizes he misunderstood. When Yor asks, he thinks she nearly killed him. He thinks she escaped the honey trap, wondering if she's a spy, but doubts it. Then he passes out. Seeing a flashback of sleeping in his mother's arms as a child, she sings a lullaby, making him remember his mother sang for him. He opens his eyes and sees Yor singing for him. Lloyd sits up instantly, and Yor tells him, time to rise and shine. Lloyd asks where they are and how long he slept. Yor explains it was 5 minutes. Only his instructor ever knocked him out, and he wonders why he's on her lap. Yor apologizes, saying nobody wants a woman with high physical strength. After hearing her, Lloyd thinks for a moment. Lloyd tells her when he was little, though he cannot remember her face. He loved his mother's arms, sleeping peacefully despite the bombings outside. She was very strong. And Anya also says her mother always saves her. All agents work hard, but love's strength makes it easier. Lloyd calls Yor strong. Lloyd calls her a wonderful mother, and she thinks he means a different kind of strength. He says he won't replace her. Yor asks about Fiona, but he refuses. Since Fiona lacks parenting skills, Yor notes she only raised Yuri. Lloyd appreciates that her care helped her learn to manage the home. He asks her to keep playing the mother role, making her emotional and remain his wife. She tearfully says she wanted that too. Lloyd gives her his handkerchief. She takes it, and they decide to go home. Anya says her parents are shacking up somewhere. Then Frankie asks where she learned this, and she answers from Becky. Frankie asks if she loves her parents, and Anya answers she loves them. Lloyd and Yor return. Anya goes and sees a big bump on Lloyd's neck. Frankie laughs, asking if Yor beat him up, but Yor denies it. Frankie brings Anya to Lloyd, and with a smile, Yor thinks her only attachment was Yuri, and now she cannot imagine living without them. Next morning, Yor asks about his mark, and he says she forgot everything about yesterday. At school, we see the parents' meeting happening next week. Damien and his friends talk about it while Anya secretly watches them. Thinking about Operation Strix, Lloyd must talk to Damien's father using Imperial Scholar Anya. She thinks 8 Stellas are impossible, since she fails in studies and sports. That is why she made Plan B to become Damien's friend, but it was failing. They see Anya and start shouting at her, and Becky arrives, talking about feelings. She starts talking about love. Then Anya thinks she loves Papa and Mummy. She loves peanuts and cartoons, denying Damien, but Becky thinks she is shy. She offers help to make him fall for her, saying boys like cute girls. suggesting weekend shopping together. They go shopping. Anya praises Becky's car, and Becky says she came to her apartment. She picked up Anya from there, but did not see Lloyd there. Anya says Papa had emergency work. Becky praises her mummy's beauty, and the driver worries about affairs. Becky asks about Anya's bag full of money since the mission wants a good relationship with the Blackbell family. That is why Lloyd gave her the money, and Becky praises him. Anya asks how many peanuts this buys, but she replies they are getting dresses. They go to a luxurious place, and Anya gets shocked. Everyone welcomes Becky there and asks to show the collection, and she accepts. Anya asks how much cash she brought. She does not bring cash. The shop usually comes to her, but today she rented the store. She tells her to try on the dresses, and she tries them on. Whichever dress she tries on, Becky gives a positive review. Becky also gives her new suggestions and explains them. Trying on dresses makes Anya tired, and she says fashion is hard. Becky looks at the outfits, and Anya says they wear school uniforms daily. She says they might be allowed to wear them at the semester party. Becky thinks that if parents are allowed, she can see Lloyd. Thinking this, she decides to choose clothes for herself. Wearing a new outfit, she wonders if he likes mainstream cute styles. Changing outfits again, she thinks about a modish style instead. She keeps trying on more outfits and overthinking it. She tries on many outfits but could not decide anything. The shopkeeper says everything suits her, so she buys everything and asks Anya. Tired of seeing so many clothes, they look at shoes instead. They look at sunglasses, hats and other items too. And they sit in a cafe where Anya is exhausted. While they are talking, Martha calls out, and she is behind the boxes. She asks why Anya bought nothing, and Anya says she got confused. Becky asks if she enjoyed shopping, and she excitedly says yes. It is her first time with a friend. Becky says they are friends and offers to choose something together. Martha overhears their conversation, and they begin to explore. Anya notices a sheep keychain, and Becky shows her the statue and tells her this store started by selling wool. Anya asks for the keychain, and Becky calls her a little kid. She wants it for their shopping memories, so Becky considers buying one too. She remembers her dad's luxury rule, but Anya buys her one. Becky hesitates and asks why. Anya replies that she's a good big sister. Martha convinces her, so Becky agrees and takes one too. She thanks her, and they discuss what they came to buy but forget. They decide to go home and fall asleep in the car. Watching her, Martha remembers how she fought with everyone before. She used to look down on everyone and refused Eden College. She avoided lower status people, thinking she would not fit in. While getting her ready, Martha explained that looking down on others isn't greatness. Coming home from school, Becky talked about Anya and liked school now. Becky talks in her sleep about paying her back, making Martha proud. At home, Lloyd is shocked by the price, and Anya calls it their treasure. Next day at school, both have the keychain on their bags. Both are talking about their keychains while Damien watches them smile. His friend whispers to ask what's wrong, and he shouts, "Nothing." At school, security guards check cars at the gate for entry. It is Eden College's social gathering event with high security. This gathering happens once every half-term, and only Imperial scholars and parents can attend. Politicians, businessmen, engineers, academics, athletes, and artists are at this gathering. Then we see two people discussing the high security this time. On campus, Lloyd disguises himself as a professor to inspect the security. He wishes he could enter without a scholar, otherwise Operation Strix wouldn't be needed. The gathering venue features a front door, fixed windows, and a rooftop. Going to the rooftop causes suspicion, and entrance scanners check everyone, so a disguise will not work, and no tall building surrounds the building. He thinks about entering the tower days ago, but it is risky. If he uses a little force, he can reach Desmond, but there is only one chance. He cannot assassinate him, as Operation Strix requires interacting for information. He thinks about disguising himself as a celebrity, but that would attract attention. If they have children, he considers disguising himself as a waiter, but this prevents conversation, and Desmond might never appear in public. He must meet him as Lloyd, so he can only scan and prepare for later. And the students have finished class. The teacher says the school closes for the gathering and grants leave. All the kids are talking about it, and some girls ask Damien if his dad will come, but he gives no answer. While Anya watches him as well, he recalls a phone call with his brother Demetrius Desmond. His brother asks the reason, so Damien says he will attend the gathering. He says yes, so Damien asks him to ask if their father can meet after the event. He says to meet in the courtyard, but his brother warns their father is too busy. After discussing that, they hang up, and Anya reads his mind. Those girls keep asking about his father, so he tells them to leave him alone. Anya realizes Damien meets the evil boss today while Becky mentions shopping. She begins following him, planning to ask Desmond to introduce Lloyd. Then Damien shouts at her to stop following him. Then his friend talks, questioning if she follows him because of his dad. When his friend says she is just like the other girls, Damien gets angry and starts shouting. Becky calls it harsh, and he forbids them from following him. Anya wants to punch him. Becky agrees, but she hears Lloyd's voice. He thinks Plan B is in danger while watching them from a distance. Lloyd goes to follow Damien. Damien's friend talks about his father's visit, and Lloyd overhears them. The Imperial scholars also walk toward the building. Damien's friends are amazed to see how many Imperial scholars arrived. Both friends discuss his father's status, but Damien refuses to meet his father. His friends and Lloyd get confused, and Damien says his father has no time to meet him. As he leaves, Anya blocks him, and he yells about his warning not to follow. Anya asks if he is scared, making him wonder if she read his mind. She says he fears his 50-point score, and Damien asks how she knows. Becky thinks she is a stalker, and Anya says Damien fears revealing his scores. She also reveals her marks, causing him to get angry, but she tells him she never realized how much his father loves him because he also gets angry. Lloyd listens, and Anya mentions showing all her tests to her father, even with her bad marks, and she asks Becky what they are talking about. Damien walks away, saying he will meet his father in the courtyard without fear. Lloyd thinks that whatever Anya did made his work easier. Damien waits in the yard. Anya watches, and Becky says to go home. Then Becky thinks Anya stayed behind to discuss marriage with his parents. Becky decides to stay and watch their moment, but Anya falls asleep. Thinking Anya is not serious, Becky tells Martha to carry her to the car. Disguised as a professor, Lloyd walks by, greets Becky, and pulls out the handmade keychain. Lloyd looks at the security gate. The gathering ended, and the security is leaving. Then Damien's car drives out, and Lloyd wonders where he is going now. Damien plays card in the courtyard, and Lloyd walks over to him. He asks if they found the sheep keychain his daughter dropped. He gives him the keychain and asks if he is Anya's father. Lloyd says yes and asks if he's Damien Desmond. He agrees. Then Lloyd drops to his knees apologizing for what Anya did. He mentions he visited their house to apologize, but they were out. He says he wants to apologize to his parents. Then Desmond arrives. Lloyd thinks he will have to step into their conversation. Security questions Damien. He explains it's his classmate's dad. Lloyd asks about Desmond. Security tells him to stay away, but Donovan asks and Lloyd apologizes. Along with that, Lloyd begins introducing himself to him. Then we see a file of the people attending the gathering. Desmond is also in it, and an agent is explaining it to Handler. He says they should send others with Twilight. Handler asks if he wants to go. She explains to him they'll catch and ruthlessly interrogate him. Sending more agents means feeding more bait. She reminds him it's enemy territory. The school is now the front line of the war, and Lloyd finishes introducing himself. Lloyd then apologizes to his father for what Anya did to Damien. Lloyd thinks he is the chairman and has studied him well. He thinks he rarely appears, wondering how to get close to him. Lloyd wonders what to say to spark his interest within this single meeting. To gather war information, Lloyd mentions he brought an apology letter to them. Donovan agrees he heard about the letter but couldn't see it because of work. Damien feels his father cares about him. When Lloyd offers a gift, Donovan refuses. Donovan says it is just a children's fight, and Damien complains about getting punched. Lloyd agrees with Damien, asking what he should do to fix it. He forgives him, and Lloyd praises his kindness, fearing further talk will cause suspicion. Damien thinks his father doesn't care, complaining his face even swelled up. Damien says he should be angry, but Donovan's glare scares him. He apologizes, but Lloyd says he has the right to be angry. Lloyd reassures them she won't do it again, admitting he cannot handle her sometimes. Damien's friends think Lloyd has it rough too, and he discusses his responsibilities. Lloyd states that being a father means he cannot force away her disappointments. Donovan agrees, admitting that understanding his own son is difficult too. Donovan says people never understand each other. Lloyd realizes that is why Donovan wants to ruin nations, yet he outwardly agrees. Lloyd mentions he is a psychiatrist, wondering if he truly understands his patients. He adds that it is important to make the effort to understand. Lloyd admits he sometimes cannot understand Anya, yet still agrees with her. He tries having as many conversations as possible, though it sometimes fails. Lloyd thinks about his work and says he visits his son despite being busy. Donovan agrees, saying they can definitely say that. Lloyd tells Donovan he admires his father, mentioning the assignment about careers. Lloyd shares that Anya loved his report and discussed it at home. He asks Donovan, who hasn't seen the report, Lloyd says she wrote it about her father's work. Lloyd praises Desmond's son and discusses that he has always been critical of the National Party's policies, and Damien's presentation has piqued his interest. He realizes Desmond is serious about the national interest. He says he wants to join the supporters group and praises Desmond's report again. Damien stops him, and Donovan calls Lloyd an interesting fellow and asks his name. He checks the time and gets ready to leave, and Lloyd considers it a win now that Desmond knows his name. Lloyd thanks Donovan, then asks Damien to keep their chat secret. He explains Anya's nature to Damien and tells him they can become friends. Damien denies Anya's friendship and starts blushing. He yells that he does not want to hang out with peasants. Lloyd accepts it and politely bids farewell. Donovan asks Damien what he wanted now. Damien stammers that it is nothing, then remembers Lloyd's words. As Donovan leaves, Damien remembers Anya's words about showing test results. Damien calls to his leaving father to tell him about his midterm Stella achievement. He explains about his marks in the test and 50 marks in language. Damien mentions his Griffin structure reward, and Donovan praises him. He asks why his father came, and Donovan replies it was a whim. He advises him to keep working hard, and Damien accepts joyfully. Watching from afar, Lloyd thinks the short talk gave him an idea about their relationship. Lloyd thinks their close bond helps Plan B, though Donovan is tough to crack. He decides to take today's gathered information to headquarters. He watches Damien cheering with his friends, and he leaves. Lloyd returns home at night, where Anya is sleeping with Bond. Yor tells Lloyd that Anya was exhausted, and Becky dropped her home today. Anya mumbles in her sleep. Lloyd thinks she has no worries at all, and he has no idea what she is talking about. That's all for today. If you like this anime, make sure to comment why and help us reach 1,000 likes. That way, we'll know you really want the next part.